Ooh, welcome to the Fools Podcast. This is your incohesive host, Galavi.
Ivanhoe.
And Andrew G. Oh, damn, Angel, you sound kind of sick. You want to sit this one out? Yeah. Alright, well, enjoy yourself in the back over there. Oh, it's so comfy. Good night. Sleep well.
Fell asleep.
That was fast. I guess it's just me and Ivan today. Welcome to episode 55.
55? No way.
55
I thought we were higher than that.
You thought we were hurt?
Yeah, I thought we were like 80 or something. Because, bro, how are we on 55? I'm listening to this podcast. I'm on like episode 20 or 20 something.
You need to step your game up. Those are rookie numbers.
I'm pretty sure. I might be past that, but I'm not sure.
We got people racing by. This one's actually slower than the normal car.
Because he was like an old school car.
Mm.
Can't be really revving that engine.
But y'all, I mean, just spoiler alert. You're gonna start hearing a bunch of cars today.
Yeah.
So fucking, my boy's been down. I came to pick him up. We're having fucking work issues.
Bro, work issues. The whole 9 yards, dog.
Whole 9 yards. I've been telling these guys, I've been wanting to talk shit on my workplace. So fucking, I don't know. The guys never will, because there's so many topics, there's so many topics that we gotta squeeze into these episodes. I mean, the main thing is that people, just don't deserve their position.
That's true. That's
and
true.
People just don't know how to speak with fucking respect.
That's very, very true.
Like, you can't talk to people at your workplace a certain way and expect the next day to be just fine. like, no, we work together here. And now I have to work in this muck that you've created. And what the fuck? I'm just supposed to be happy about it?
Yeah, I mean, I just transferred, right? But my previous boss, he was like that to me. Like, he was like really on my case, really trying to like create problems for me and whatnot. But I kind of told him like, hey man, chillax. And then we're cool after that, right? Not immediately, but over time. I was there for a year. Over time, we were really cool. So now I'm here at my original store, and like the manager there is doing that to me. She's doing the same shit, but it's worse this time. And she's like yelling at me for little things, and I'm like, is this what I'm doing again? I have to reintegrate and have this person like treat me like
environment.
Treat me like shit, and I have to prove myself again. And it's like, yeah, I'm not down.
Like who fucking made this place? Fucking Miyazaki, the guy who made Elden Ring and Dark Souls. He loves to put swamps in his games.
Swamps?
Poison swamps.
Sigh.
Yeah, nah, dog. Fucking the guy at my place, and it's not just one guy. There's like a whole sub like
Reddit.
Nah. I still know how to use Reddit. There's like a whole like foundation based on this fucking workplace of fucking just toxic like
masculinity.
Everything that can be toxic is under.
Hey, is there toxic femininity?
Is there toxic femininity? Yeah, there has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Mean Girls.
That's it, dog.
All of that is just toxic.
That's like one of my
right?
favorite comedy movies. Yeah. I never even realized that.
And that's toxic femininity, is it not?
Yeah.
Like Girl Boss is like the same as an Andrew Tate. We have so many games that got fucking
4v4 Arc System Works Marvel fighting game.
Dog, it's crazy because they were one of my dream. Like, man, if I were to have somebody else make Marvel vs. Capcom, it'd be probably Arc System Works,
which in itself is a crazy notion.
Yeah.
You want Marvel vs. Capcom, but not made by Capcom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could work with Capcom. Capcom
the devs.
Like, hands their,
Yeah, the devs can come over.
Hand over their stuff all the time. Fucking DMC, one of the best DMCs ever made.
They gave it to Ninja.
Ninja Theory.
Yeah, bro. that game go hard in the paint.
Deadass. It has too much hate on it.
I keep thinking about it. And I'm like, I already beat that game twice, and I'm raring to play it again and beat it a third time.
It's just, I don't know. It's fun.
It's hella fun.
Like, the game industry just needs to have fun again.
I was thinking about that one boss.
We need a red hat that says like make games fun again.
I was thinking about that one boss, you know, who's like a news reporter, and you have to fight him, and it's like the fucking he puts out the force fields and shit, and you have to like slide in between them and shit. You know what I'm talking?
I remember that.
In DMC.
I played it like when it came out.
Yeah.
Like.
Bro, I played it at your house.
Yeah. I don't remember playing it again.
I think I beat it before you.
Maybe.
I got sucked in. You were at school, and I was just like, playing DMC in Goals Room.
Wasn't it that you can't? It wasn't even. It didn't even end with Virgil. Like Virgil was DLC.
Technically the final boss is Mundus, but after you beat him, Virgil's all like, yeah, it's a good thing we saved humanity, so I can rule them. And Dante's like, wait, what did you just say?
Okay, Sasuke.
Exactly, it was like that. And then,
good thing we just killed Kaguya. Anyway.
It was exactly that, now that I think about it. But I think that happened before.
Way before.
Yeah, before Naruto.
Way before.
Naruto ended in 2013. I think that game came out.
Was...
Oh, yeah, it was like 2011,
yeah,
like 2012.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then you fight Virgil right then and there, and that shit was, oh my god.
Just put his eye beams right in my eyes.
That's one of the best fucking like final boss fights I've ever played. That shit was amazing. Mm-hmm. And the music, Comba Christ, I don't really know how to pronounce her name right, but that's what it's spelled. So, man, they be going hard as fuck.
I mean, I can't wait for you to play the series right now.
Oh
like
yeah.
I said, I'm telling you, like the gameplay only gets better like the more you're in the series. 1 and 2, gameplay's ass. 3, it got better. Like it's probably like definitive. Like this is what hack and slash is.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes to 4 and 5, which is like this is really cool, but it also divides you from being like I don't know where the fuck DMC went to. Oh man, DMC they just keep hitting. You know? But I didn't beat 5 all the way. I mean, there's like a meme of like him doing the Michael Jackson thing.
Oh yeah.
Like that's one of his weapons. The hat. He goes around and he like dances with the hat to kill the enemies and stuff.
That's pretty sick.
You think
I know that
you're probably in the second camp then where you're like, man, this shit just keeps hitting.
Yeah. Because I know in Marvel's Capcom 3 he uses the guitar.
Yeah, that's a 3.
Yeah.
3. No, that DMC 3 is what's in Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that much.
It was a time of trilogy.
But I also know that it's a prequel, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I hate when the main series installment is like the main series number installment is a prequel or some shit. I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one that got me into it, so it makes sense that it was the technically first one.
I'm like,
I didn't understand how people were talking about 1 and 2, and they were like basically making it like, what are you doing? But they were making it sound like
what are you doing?
Like it's later, and I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. Also, what do you mean like featuring? I remember DMC 2 had like featuring something. Was it like fucking Beautiful Joe or some shit?
Oh.
It had to be a Capcom thing.
Uh-huh.
Because it was around the time where they loved like throwing shit like that in there. But I think like Devil May Cry 2 had like now featuring blah blah featuring blah blah. I don't want to look it up. But I mean, what else we got?
What other Capcom game do you want to be remade by a different publishing company?
I got
developer
like,
company.
Easy dog. Fucking Lost Planet.
Lost Planet by who?
The Elden Ring motherfuckers.
Oh.
Why do I not have their name? The only thing that's in my head right now is Arc System Works.
Their logo, bro. It's just like it's the red box that says Arc System.
It just says Arc System Works.
It's tight. Oh, FromSoft.
Yeah. Fucking yeah, FromSoft. I talked about it before on another podcast, like really early on. But it just makes sense. They have like the same thing like in Sekiro, where you throw your fucking what's that thing called? Zip lines, but like grappling hooks. Bitches love a good grappling hook.
That's just true.
They threw grappling hooks into fucking Halo, and people were like, maybe I want to play Halo. Like, fucking, they have that. They have the fucking big world building. Like, Lost Planet's cool and all, but it definitely had that Japanese kind of story where like everything's kind of cliche, to be honest. Um, and the biggest reason why they haven't been doing shit is because when they made the main characters, well, for the first one, they made like some famous dude. So they're like, well, now we can't use him. Same thing happened with fucking Capcom and making the samurai one, the one that they
Onimusha?
yeah, they're barely remaking a new game for it,
Uh-huh.
like an actual continuation. So fucking um, yeah, I feel like they just got probably get a better writer. I remember I think Last Planet 3 suffered the same thing as Dead Space 3, where they Americanized it too much,
Mhm.
and people were just like fell off completely. Like the story was bland, um, gameplay was whack. I remember the multiplayer was really cool, and then that was about it. But I mean, that's the biggest thing. Lost Planet's multiplayer is really cool, so I feel like it just fits with FromSoft's. You go into like a very hostile planet, run around, and try to kill monsters.
Mm.
Like, it just makes sense.
I kind of don't want anything with Mega Man would be cool. Maybe like just like to spice it up and make it, brand new and fresh. But also like any other development company that wants to make like an action, which is kind of in the same vein as it already is, but like a new Resident Evil game with Jake Mueller as the protagonist. I really want to see
Like
how
action, like Resident. No, they're definitely going more horror right
they
now.
are right now. Yeah, that's why I want someone to make an action game
Like
of Jake
yeah,
Mueller.
I
Yeah,
know what you mean. Like how they did Revengeance for Metal Gear.
yeah,
So like they have the main titles and they're like, also you know what? Let's have some fun over here.
yeah, exactly.
No, I get
Like
you.
Metal Gear Rising
Yeah,
with
like
fucking Raiden.
yeah, that's Revengeance.
Yeah, exactly like
Metal
that.
Gear Rising. Literally exactly. That's exactly what I mean though. Make games fun again.
Yeah,
Just fucking like have fun with your properties, man. And then guess what? People are gonna have fun playing them.
they're gonna be like, why don't? That's exactly what happened with Revelations. They dropped Revelations on the DS, the 3DS, and everyone played it, and they were like, you know what? This game's fucking fire.
It's funny you say that because they're making Resident Evil 9. Got announced. Ashley Birkin? No.
Sherry Birkin.
No. Ashley? No, not Ashley. The Raw. Hold on. I have it written down so I didn't have to fuck it up too much. But I did have it toward the end of it. I think it was during the PlayStation. Because everybody had like, remember E3?
Mm-hmm.
It used to be everyone gets together. We start learning about PlayStation, Nintendo, and Microsoft all in one place. But then Nintendo was like, how about we just make a YouTube channel and
Nintendo
have a
Direct.
Nintendo Direct? And then everyone's like, what the hell?
They can
We
do
can
that?
just do that? We can stop wasting money on experiences for people to come and enjoy and have a good time and meet the developers and see dioramas and like have fun shit happen, and I could just show them trailers. Hell yeah, let's all do that. And that's why E3's that.
Damn. I remember when Sony and Philadelphia cast showed up at the E3 Game Awards.
Did they?
Yeah, it was a long time
That's
ago.
funny.
That shit was funny.
Is it when they were like repeatedly wearing the green?
The yellow?
The-
Yeah.
No, the green guy.
Oh, green guy?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
But
I don't
like,
think so.
that's like not even an integral part to the story. It's like a one episode thing, right?
Nah. He wears it to like some baseball game or some shit. To like for good luck. Or no, he does it to tailgate or some shit like that, but then later on I think he also is supposed to wear it for a football game too. With the Eagles. Where Charlie he has to do all this fucking shit, like this ritualistic shit so his team can win. And then two of the football players from the team actually pop up and are like, do you really think that's gonna help us? Like you doing this thing is what indirectly affects our game?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, all right, go ahead. Something like that.
Like none of our training, none of the blah blah. Yeah.
It's whether or not you wear your lucky shirt.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Resident Evil 9, it's called Requiem.
For a dream?
Yeah. How'd you know?
That feeling.
That feeling. that tonight's gonna be.
Please,
it's gonna
please,
be,
please, don't prove I'm right. I mean wrong.
Grace Ashcroft. I believe Ashcroft is the mansion, no?
Ashford, right?
It was Ashford. But anyway, I really hope the my autocorrect didn't autocorrect it to Ashcroft instead of Ashford.
I think that's what it was. I think that's what it
is.
is. I'm pretty sure it's Alexa Ashford. She's from like the Umbrella something.
Yeah. Either way, her name's Grace, and her mom died, and then now, so I'm like, the trailer's kind of weird. Like she's like one of those like messy desk, really into her research. She's doing like too much work.
She has like the glasses and the messy ponytail.
She has the glasses, no messy ponytail.
I haven't.
Like the short pixie cut.
That's funny because I haven't seen this at all, but I can already tell the archetype.
Yeah. Porcelain skin.
Like I'm thinking like the female Doc Ock from Into the Spider-Verse. That's what I'm thinking of.
No.
Damn.
She's definitely more of the I don't know why I'm trying to think of pixie girl, like petite, like a petite girl, like and then some dude comes up. It's kind of like a J. Jonah Jameson situation. I need you to get a blah blah. And she's like, okay, I'm on it, boys. Mm-hmm. But instead, he's like, hey, you remember that place where your mom died? I need you to go there. And she's like, okay. And then it's fucking like we go back to Raccoon City.
So it's not the dude from the first two, 8 and 9, from 7 and 8. That was the same guy, right?
Spoilers.
Yeah, because I'm not playing those games.
Yeah, those spoilers for the cast too. That guy died.
Oh shit!
So he became like one with the fungus or some shit.
One with the fungus?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Tool song.
Yeah. So I think I don't know the full story, so y'all could like nitpick on me and shit, but basically he's like the girlfriend's like, don't come and rescue me. He's like, so I'm here to rescue you. She's like, no, don't. I'm infected and shit. And he's like, well, I'm here. All right, cool. And he kills all the people, and then they leave. And he's like severely injured the entire time. And then they live together, and Chris is like, we need to take your baby into custody because people want it or some shit. And also your wife is a fungus monster. And he's like, what? I knew that. And then the DLC comes out. Well, he fights through an entire other thing of monsters because each of them has a piece of his daughter, because apparently they cut up the daughter and put her into little thingies and blah blah blah. And then he collects all the pieces and puts her together. He's like, I have my baby back. I want my baby.
So he's a crazy person.
Yeah, no. The daughter's actually fungus because the mom was fungus. So now the daughter's all together as one, but she has like powers and stuff because she's fungus.
And he is one with the fungus.
So,
but
like,
is he Among Us?
No, he's one with the fungus. But like when she's like, I think that's how the DLC ends. He's like fighting like the main god fungus, and then like main god fungus is like, man, you can't beat me. He's like, I have the power of father. And her dad shows up. He's like, yeah, let's do this.
No way. That sounds kind of cool.
He kind of like sacrifices himself for her to live. And then
it's like father son Kamehameha.
Literally. And then yeah, that happens, and then she's kind of like walking on her own, like, I guess I'm an agent. And then it kind of ends.
She says that?
I remember. No, she doesn't say that.
I'm a BSAA agent.
No, I don't think that's a thing anymore.
BSAA?
Yeah.
So who's Chris working for then?
Umbrella.
You're lying. Is that real?
I don't know. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it said Umbrella on the RE7 thing. Like I told you guys, I didn't beat any of those. None of them.
What about the vampire lady?
I played that one like halfway. That one wasn't as scary.
Were you really too scared to play forward?
The 7? Yeah, that was fucking kind of scary.
That's crazy.
But 8? Nah, I was playing it and I don't know why I stopped. Maybe it's just because that's how life is now.
Yeah.
I start stuff and I just stop.
Wow, you're like me now.
Who's me now?
Me? Bro, I was ordering KFC the other day, right?
And then it just stopped.
And I go, and then, like, they have, like, the kiosk now, right? Because every place has a kiosk now. And I'm, like, trying to order it on that shit. And I saw the previous person try to use it, and then they gave up. And I was like, why did they give up? And I go up to it, too. And there's another guy off to the second one he's trying his hardest. So I'm trying to do this shit, and I put my order in, and it says, sorry, we're experiencing technical difficulties. Your order was not placed. I was like, God damn it, so now I have to wait. So then I go to this KFC a lot. So, like, I already kind of, like, know who the manager is. She's just a bitch, bro. She's a straight up bitch. Side note, like, fucking, one time I was eating my food in the dining room, and on their second door, there was a crackhead outside, and he had his bike right there, right? So he comes in, he's all blah, 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 being crackhead activities. And then, like, he goes outside. That's his bike, though, for sure.
Yeah.
And, like, he's kind of, like, you know, not really paying attention to it and, like, doing his shit outside. So then the manager bitch, the same one, she goes up to the fucking door, locks the door. She looks at me and goes, is that your bike? And I'm like, what? And she's like, is that your bike?
Is that your fucking bike?
And I was like, no. Which, I should have been like, ho, does that look like my motherfucking bike?
Yeah.
Whose bike does that look like? That fucking crackhead out there, dog. Like, what gives you the right to talk to me like that, you know?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just fucking
chilling.
respecting shit, dog.
I'm just chilling here eating my... You really think I'm gonna order my food conveniently and nicely and be like, yeah, can I get the polite as fuck? Like, can I just get my classic chicken sandwich, please? And this and that. And oh, yeah, thank you. And then I'm just gonna leave my fucking crackhead bike outside. Yeah. No. What? You saw me walk in through the front door. Why am I gonna leave my fucking bike on the side of the building? Yeah. It's fucking retarded, bro. Yeah, so I already know this bitch is a bitch. So she comes up to help me, right? Now we're back to my original story. And she comes up to me and she's like, yeah. And I'm like, can I place an order? And she's all like, she goes, wait, hold on, I forgot the story real quick. Hold on.
You think about the bike too much.
Yeah, I did. It threw me off.
Yeah. Dog, I can't even tell you how much I've been fucking thrown off lately. Like, shit in my head is like, oh, that'll be hard, or that'll be so funny.
Yeah.
And then, like, I open my mouth, and I just trip on every word imaginable. And I'm just like, it'll be better if I just don't say anything.
I think I got it. I was like, can I place an order? And she's like, for who? And I was like, yeah, I want to place an order.
Oh, the homeless guy and the bike.
She's like, for who? And I was like, for me. What's your name? And I was like, Ivan. And she goes, we don't have an order for Ivan. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm trying to place an order. Oh, you're trying to make an order. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to make an order. What do you want? And I'm like, why did we go through that whole fucking process of you fucking being mean and yelling at me for?
It's like,
you know?
No, I'm not trying to make an order. I can make my food at home. I'm trying to place an order with you so you could make it.
It's fucking wild, bro. I literally said, can I place an order? And this bitch is like, for who? Mm-hmm. As if I said, hey, I have an order. Mm-hmm. If I said I had an order, then yeah. That's a fine question. Yeah, for who? Yeah, the name's Ivan. Yeah, I would know what to say. Mm-hmm. Bitch, I said, can I place an order? What does that sound like? But I want to place my fucking order. That's fucking retarded, bro. And I was just like, yeah, whatever. This bitch wants to be a bitch. I'll let her fucking be a bitch.
Dog, KFC, man. It ain't it.
Nah, it's fire, dog. I got it today, too. I was like, damn. And I got nice people. That bitch wasn't there today. So they were just like, oh, yeah, here's your food. Thank you. And I was like, hell yeah, you already know. Chicken sandwich.
You excited, though?
For what?
We're going back to Raccoon City. After the explosion, dog.
Shouldn't the town be dead?
The town's fucked. They show images in the trailer. It's RPD. All the what's the thing called? Dilapidated?
Yeah.
I think I said it right. I don't know if I can say it again. But also,
I know Matt Hardy goes, a dilapidated boat. Take refuge behind the dilapidated boat.
Dilapidated.
Yeah.
Damn, I said it again. You just made it sound so enticing. But Capcom released another game. It's running off of the whole, Last of Us, fucking Mandalorian, rugged dude with a little girl kind of aesthetic. Daddy daughter type shit.
Oh, okay.
So fucking, it's called Pragmata.
Who's making this?
Capcom. So fucking, yeah, new IP. None of their old ones. They don't want to do it. They don't want to touch those. After I just talked about them bringing back Onimusha. So fucking it's I don't know if you never played Vanquish, but I'm pretty sure you've seen it before. It's a lot of like hyper Iron Man type shit. Like they're fucking sliding on their fucking legs and knees, and everything's kind of just like quick, robot-y movements. It's kind of like how that was, but with more of a like Dead Space, like that in Dead Space. So in Dead Space you have like the power to like Cairo freeze or stasis is what they call it. You can like make things slow down
with just your hand.
Yeah. So fucking the girl has that kind of power. She's like on your back, like Yoda style. So,
like Midoriya with the little girl with the
like
horn.
Nezuko, yeah. So she has powers. She's pretty Mega Man-esque. The whole game is kind of Mega Man kind of esque. I don't know what Keiji Inafumi's been doing nowadays, but
you know what's funny? I watched a YouTube video about Mighty Number 9 and how much of a fucking train wreck it was.
I saw that recommended to me.
I watched it. That shit was funny. It just proved, because I remember like he already made Mighty Number 9, and then like it wasn't even out yet, and he was already like, yeah, I'm also gonna start this Kickstarter for Red Ash. It's gonna be a Mega Man Legends successor. And then people were like, whoa, you haven't even finished Mighty Number 9.
It's funny because like how excited he is to like
his artwork.
GoFundMes are awesome.
Yeah, his artwork was amazing. I used to think this guy was like awesome as fuck and do no wrong. But yeah, that video really showed me like, damn, he kind of fucked up.
I wouldn't say he could do no wrong. Like even before that, because like I don't know. Maybe I'll be talking on my ass if I kept dealing into that, but there was something about him that I was kind of like, he makes cool games, but some of his thoughts are not the best. You know? I think he also worked on was it the Dead Rising?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's like his game.
So fucking I was about to pull the trigger on buying that new Dead Rising remastered. It's like Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered, and it looks like it's Doctor on the PlayStation Store. DRDR.
That's funny.
And like most of it is just like skins, but like they're all made to be funny because every skin is just on Frank. So he's like a big burly man, so everything looks funny because they're on big burly man. They have like a liquor nemesis, fucking cheerleaders to jail, like.
That's tight.
But yeah, I mean, Capcom. I remember the days where they were called Crapcom. They looked like they had a renaissance for a while, but I don't know. They've been kind of hit and miss lately. Unless they bring back that Lost Planet. And the biggest reason I want that Lost Planet back is not only to bring back the franchise and to bring back a dope ass multiplayer.
Didn't they have like a big golden robot?
That was cool, yeah. So Lost Planet also not a big golden robot. But they had robots. They had mechs.
It was like a brick, right? It looked like a brick. Or am I thinking of that Tatsunoko versus Capcom character?
You're thinking of a whole different guy, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because
but they had a Lost Planet character in that game, didn't
they?
They? I feel like they did.
I need to look that up. Yeah, because I wasn't big into that stuff. But new Onimusha was introduced. I didn't look into it that much. It looked like another like Dark Souls type of thing. Maybe more Sekiro-esque, I guess.
Hello Kitty?
Oh, Island Adventure?
I thought that's what they're called, Sekiro.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's Sanrio.
Oh my god.
Nah, bro, I bought a Hello Kitty racing game for the Switch, and it's fucking ass, bro.
Yeah, it's ass.
Played it?
And no, just literally any other racing game.
Yeah.
Like if it's like, oh, you got cute characters racing game, it's terrible.
Fucking terrible, bro.
Burger King racing. mini bike racing.
It's funny because I want to play it, but I know it's ass.
Sneak King is good. I like Sneak King. It's funny because I remember way back when I first started watching Game Grumps, I was like, I'm gonna send them my copy of Sneak King, and they could play it. And then they're like, oh, here's a list of all the games that you guys already sent us. Sneak King was on there, and I was like, oh. And then like a year later, they were like, we're playing Sneak King, and I'm like, yay! I don't want to play this. Oh.
Hey, I'm Grump, and I'm not so Grump, and we're the Green Grumps.
That's literally like every episode. Fucking, I don't know how to play this. The
Bro.
game's like, this is how you play.
Oh yeah, they don't read their fucking games, bro.
Like,
and then this is what I didn't like about watching them, is that they would shit on a game and not even pay attention to what the game was.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like yeah, you're shitting on it, but you're not even like reading what it's saying.
And I think the worst part is, they're aware. They know.
You think so?
I know for a fact, because they call it out. They're like, well, how the fuck was I supposed to know that? They probably told me earlier. And then Dan's like, yeah, they probably did. Well, we're trying to record a video. Like, dog, it's not, I guess I can't say anything, but it can't be that hard to be like, oh, squares to kick. Okay, cool. Well, now I know that. Good thing I didn't make a joke, so I could learn that. So fucking, I mean, we barely talked the fucking surface of this shit. They made a new fucking Xbox handheld.
For real?
It's literally just Steam Deck again. Well, it's called the ROG Ally, but I mean, ever since Steam Deck came out, I guess every single gaming company is like, I guess, what are they called? Like the computer companies.
Mm-hmm.
They were all like, oh shit, well, we could do that. So like everybody's been making them.
Yeah.
But I'm pissed because it's like, okay, cool, like, handheld laptop basically. Like, that's alright. That's all well and dandy. Where's the fucking PSP? Where's like the fucking like gaming phone that's like just small and I can put in my pocket? There's the Steam Deck and everything sounds amazing. For somebody who has the money to do that, put it into a fucking backpack and walk around with that shit. I don't have that luxury. I don't walk around with a fucking backpack all day. Not a protective backpack either, so I'm not gonna trust my Steam Deck in there regardless. Like, just give me something to put in my fucking pocket. You know what the worst part is, man? I was so like wanting something like that. I was like, ChatGPT, give me a cost analysis and make me like help me brainstorm this new PSP. Like, how can I tell the masses that this is feasible? It did a pretty good job. Told me everything, and then I was like, sick. I know nothing about computers. Like, I can't fucking say that this shit's wrong or not, and this and that, and blah blah blah. The cost analysis and all this shit. I was like, but they're good to dream sometimes. But you know what's better?
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
That's what I was gonna say. You know what's better than dreaming? Acting on it. Physically doing something.
Just do it.
Do or do not. There is no try. You know why? See, this thing, I like it. So fucking, I told him the other day, I hate that saying because it makes it sound like trying doesn't mean anything.
This motherfucker be telling me, I'm talking about Gallo V, the other host in this fucking podcast, telling me, oh, well, what did you do? I tried. Oh, do or do not, there is no try. He'll tell me that shit.
Yeah, but
and now he's trying to
you don't understand.
Oh,
you don't understand. That's the issue. Because trying is demonized to think that there's an end to it. There's no end to trying. But the thing is, the masses don't know that. The masses take it as, oh, I tried. Past tense. But there is no end to it. You continuously try. You do it. The only way you do it is by continuously trying.
I'm doing it.
Exactly. And the act.
You ain't gonna make it loop around it and bring it back and be like, yeah, that's what I meant. No.
That's what I mean. Because I had the same fucking conversation with Angel, and Angel the whole time.
Angel G?
Yeah, the guy who's sleeping in the back right now.
Damn, fool.
No, and we just kept looping back to the same thing where he's like demonizing the word trying, and that just further cements my thesis of trying is just demonized because people think it has an end to it.
Was that in the group chat or was that in real talk?
That was in real talk. He just kept circling back to basically him saying, well, no, it's doing or not doing. But it's like, no, because not doing is even worse. Trying's better because it's continuous. You just keep doing it until it's done. And then guess what? And then now you can't do it again. But see, people don't understand. People don't get it because of the word try. It just has a bad connotation to it. People don't like it.
I tried my best.
See, there it is. Tried to. Past tense.
I tried my best.
And then you try again.
Yeah,
and
dude.
You try your best again.
Actually.
And then guess what? That best that you just tried, it only gets better. It only gets better. You try again. And guess what? That try was better than the last. But
that's neither here nor there.
You know what I hate about that saying?
If it's neither there nor here, then it's not there.
It's a known unknown.
It's a known unknown. Nah, so I'm on Punisher, right? I finally watched Punisher.
Oh.
Nah, I wish, bro. I need to get that game. Nah, I've been watching.
Though, like I'm not even lying. If you got Punisher, we be playing it. Like,
yeah.
It's a good game. Like
you used to have it?
It has environmental deaths, bro.
You used to have it?
No, I think we rented it, and then I saw Djibouti play it again.
Yeah.
The environmental deaths are like literally like.
I plan on getting it. I know it's fucking expensive, but I plan on getting it. Yeah, because I've been watching Punisher finally. I remember back in the day, I had this one coworker. He'd always tell me, bro, you gotta watch Punisher, dog. You gotta watch Punisher. I'd be like, maybe. I already had given up on the whole series. And then I was like, I don't know. He's like, bro, you gotta watch it because soon it's get taken off of Netflix. You'll never be able to watch it again. I'll be like, fuck. That's what he would tell me.
Yeah.
And I kind of believed him too. I was like, oh shit, maybe I should watch it.
Yeah, Disney Plus is coming out.
Yeah, because this is like 2018 maybe or 2017 era. And then so then I'm finally watching it all these years later, and like it starts off really good. Like
it starts off good. I didn't finish it.
It's I haven't finished it yet either. I have 2 episodes left.
I have like a vivid memory of like they're driving down like a dirt road or some shit, and they just have like their lights on, and then that's the last thing I ever saw.
It's like, okay, it starts off really good. People think he's dead, so he grew out a beard and he's working in a construction site. Then there's this little Mexican dude, and he can't make friends. Mm-hmm. So he tries to be friends with Frank, and Frank's like, fuck off. And he's like, hey, I see you, I think they fucked up his sandwich. There's like workers there that are like mean, and they like ruined Frank's lunch. And then so the Mexican dude gives him one of his sandwiches, and he eats it, and then he actually gets along with them, and he's like, hey, all right, that's enough, peace out. And then the kid's still trying to make friends with the bad people, and I'm just like, bro, give it a rest, dog. They don't fuck with you. They don't fuck with you. But then they put him into a job, and they're doing a job where they're trying to rob these mobsters. And then, sure enough, the Mexican kid fucks up because he took his wallet to the sting, or to the bust, and he drops it. I don't even know, to the fucking, what do you call it? To the job. He drops his fucking wallet, the fucking mobsters see it. They drive back to the construction site where Frank is still chilling out because he's like, man, I'm fucking mad. I want to fuck shit up. Yeah. He's like a demolition.
There's a situation that's gonna happen soon.
Yeah, this shit was badass, bro. You already see all this tension build up, and then like they're trying to kill this kid, and they threw him into where they're gonna put cement in, and then Frank just comes up and just fucking starts killing these motherfuckers. He's like, bro, I had a good hope, but I left.
I really need to get rid of this drywall, but there's no bodies to throw them through.
Bro, he beats the fuck out of him. It's so satisfying. Like, there's this genre, right, that some people like it. Some people will tell you, you shouldn't be liking that shit because it's awful, it's evil. You shouldn't like things like that.
Yeah, it's films.
No.
Oh.
It's called revenge porn. They call it revenge, right? They call it revenge porn. They call it revenge something.
No.
Yeah, it's called revenge porn.
No, I think revenge porn is like literally porn.
Oh, really?
For revenge.
Oh shit.
Like like I recorded me fucking my ex, and now I have that.
No way. I thought it meant like when a character's like killing people and getting their revenge and shit. In the story.
See, I get it because like if you put porn after any word, it's it's that porn.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Oh, okay.
Like I get that, but I also think
that's why these people are trying to say that that's what it is.
Okay.
But that's what that genre is. But I don't know. Seeing this guy have to deal with like these dumbasses and then he fucking kills them because they don't know who he is. Fucking satisfying.
Maybe say like revenge fantasy.
Yeah, revenge fantasy.
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah. So.
PPC, I guess, right?
Yeah.
We're not the PPC.
Punisher is punishing.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
That's what he does.
And it's fucking amazing, bro. And he saves the kid. And you know what else he does? He goes to the mobsters and kills them too. I was like, bro, hell yeah. This is Punisher.
Now if only fucking Daredevil could dare Devlin.
So the story's going on and I'm digging it, he gets introduced to Micro. And I'm like, this Micro character's cool.
Micro Peanut?
He's like a former CIA agent or some shit, and like he put out the dirty laundry, so they tried to kill him, and they thought they did, but they didn't. So now he's been living underground while his family is like living, and he's like, I want to see my family. And so he teams up with Frank because he has like this fucking computer system that can pick up on all your little nuances, even your walk. And then when he catches security camera footage of Punisher walking out the mob boss lair. You know how he is. He's machismo. Yeah. He's the man. Yeah.
He broke out of a prison.
Right
after he got himself into it.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite parts. Yeah. I like doing it. Hell, I'll do it again.
No, hell, I loved it.
Dude, yeah, like they showed.
Yeah, I liked it. Hell, I loved it. I'll do it again.
They show flashbacks of him in the military, just like fucking going apeshit and killing people. And then that's when you realize, like, he did that in the prison, too. And that's what Kingpin was talking about. He's like, man, this motherfucker has a knack for killing people.
Yeah.
And, like, I like it. He just goes, that's like kind of like
He's like, no, I have a knack for killing bad people.
Yeah.
You bad.
Bro, okay, here's my thing. Like, before I get into my main complaint, one of the things I don't like about Frank Castle, because I even watched, like, this YouTube videos explaining all, like, the on-screen live-action Punishers, even the Dolph Lundgren one. It was like saying which one was the best portrayal of Frank, and they said that it was the Punisher Warzone one where he fights the Jigsaw guy. Yeah, because he's stoic.
I like that story with Jigsaw and everything. That was kind of like low tier, but he does go ham.
He goes ham. He doesn't really like have emotions, and that's kind of what Punisher is.
Yeah.
Like he's just like he's fucking distraught, and he's just going around killing people that are evil because that's what he needs to do.
My family dead because of the mob.
Yeah, and like this Frank, he has that backstory where his family was killed, but it's like more of a conspiracy theory. That's what the YouTube video was saying. And also like, he'll fucking go hang out with you at a diner and fucking eat some eggs and shit and be like, have a talk. And I don't mind that. I don't mind seeing Punisher be like a human being. Like, I don't mind that at all. I don't mind him talking to Daredevil and being like, yeah, life's kind of shitty and I need to kill these motherfuckers. That's the only way I feel alive.
You really don't have to do that, Frank.
You don't have to do that. There's a better way.
There's a better way, Frank.
What, your way? Beating them up, putting them into intensive care, and then letting them walk free 3 weeks later because that's not a way to put bad guys away. I put them down, they stay down. That's exactly what he would say, man. It's cool seeing that conversation. The first time this motherfucker did this shit, I was like, this is kind of weird, but I fuck with it. Basically, Daredevil, when everything was done with Punisher and he puts him to the graveyard and he's like by a tombstone, he just starts riffing about his daughter. He's like, yeah, I came back from the war a little bit early. My daughter didn't know I was going to be there, and I was there. And I was like, that's a cool story. Cool story, that's cool. I mean, they went through a lot, and now he was just captured, and Daredevil kind of saves him. He was going to get out anyways, but they had each other's backs. So I was like, that's a cool place to talk about that. But then with Karen, he's like going off about his like girl, which is cool too. He's like, yeah, my girl was like super cool. She was dope. And then now in this series, like, dude, every other time he's just like, when you want to see more about Punisher's back, like his back life, he just starts like fucking going on this monologue. Yeah, Frank Jr. One time I came home, and my wife was like, "Oh my God, Frank Jr. just tagged up the living room." So I went in, and it was a painting of a Marine. I took his ass outside. I said, "Why'd you do that, boy?" And he said, "Because the Marines are the good guys, and I want the bad guys to be afraid of the good guys." And I still punished him because I'm the Punisher. Like, his kid just fucking painted a mural of the Marines, and he still punished his kid just because you're not supposed to do that. But he had a good meaning. But, like...
My father was a drinker.
Bro, like, why am I getting this story?
Oh my God, disco.
Like, there's only some... Like, there's a flashback in the
What was that fucking nickel and a dime thing?
Yeah, I don't even understand that. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but every time he's about to kill somebody, he'll say nickel dime, something patch. I don't know. But it's like something like, I don't know if it was his son or his daughter.
It was like his daughter.
Yeah, they would say that.
Like, I was reading a book about
it was his daughter's like favorite book. I like that. It's just like, I don't want to see him. I don't mind him talking and having conversations with people. But
Frank Castle to shut up.
Yeah, I'm just like, I kind of hate when he just starts monologuing about his family. Like, they're fucking dead, bro.
And like, dog, can you just throw this guy into the cement mixer?
Like, I'm not trying to say, like...
The fence looks pretty sharp, and the guy looks like he's definitely wanting to be on top of it.
This is what's different between the portrayals of Frank Castle, because comic book accurate Frank Castle is not gonna start talking to you about how much he loved his family. Like, I miss them so much. They're blah blah blah. No, he's gonna be like, I'm keeping that shit in, and
he's like, I really love you, Cap. I love everything that you do. In fact, I love you so much that I kind of want people to hate me. Because I want them to love you.
Pretty much. Because look, one of my all-time favorite Punisher scenes in that whole cinematic universe is him. This happens in Daredevil. He's chilling at the fucking park, like the fair park, and there's like a carousel, and he's just sitting on the bench, and he's just like, his eyes are dilated, and he's just looking at the people ride the carousel, and he's imagining himself with his family. Like, I fucking love that. He's not talking to anybody. He's not like, oh yeah, my family was this, my family. No, he's just sitting there like fucking mesmerized.
I get that.
And being sad. And he's so like...
You want him to be brooding.
Yeah, I want him to be brooding.
A brooding comic book character.
I don't want him to be brooding in the sense that he's gonna always gonna be brooding and he can't have fun. But like, I want to see his torment, not fucking hear his torment. You feel me? Like...
No, don't tell.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah, so that's like my only complaint about Frank. Other than that, he's a fucking badass and I love him. And like, I like when he gets all like hot and like, and I'm pissed. And then like, this him drinking beers with his fucking army buddies or him fucking shitting and riffing with Micro is cool. It's just when he starts being like, yeah, one time my wife made me a badass sandwich, bro. I ate that shit up. I was so hungry.
I ate that shit up, and then I ate the sandwich.
My wife could cook. Oh my God. I don't know.
You didn't erase it?
Yeah, I did. And then I ate the sandwich. Nah, but you know what the fucking annoying shit is? And this is why I haven't finished the show yet. We have to be with this fucking CIA girl that's fucking...
I'm so tired of these B-plot bullshit ass stories and these
Dude.
Fucking, like why are you guys shoehorning nothing into here?
We're not gonna see her again. She doesn't add anything to the greater universe.
You know why Family Guy does it? You know why Family Guy does those jokes that are like, we're literally gonna waste 5 minutes right now? It's because they literally need to pad time out. They're like, I had 1 week to make this episode. Fucking, I'm gonna pad out 5 minutes. Like,
and now here's Conway Twitty.
Yeah, now here's Conway Twitty. Like, literally those jokes. Like, I understand weekly like cable fucking television things doing that, but no, you can't do this shit on like actually well-developed shows that are releasing on streaming services. I personally would not allow it.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying, bro. Like, don't get me wrong.
We came here to see Punisher, dog.
I came here to see Punisher, and it was cool when I saw her like try to lead that field mission when Punisher was trying to get the guns, and then she went out into the field with her badass car, and then she was chasing Frank, and then they fucking played chicken, and then fucking Micro rammed her ass down, and then he saved her from the wreckage. Like, that was cool. And that's all it needed to be.
Yeah.
I don't need to see her go and fuck Frank's friend.
And then when he goes to save her for the record, she's like, all we need is love.
You're Frank Castle? You're alive? Well, even though you saved me, I'm gonna try and fucking incarcerate you. Like, what the hell?
No, I get that.
Yeah, that's...
I get that.
What, incarcerate him?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Because I feel like, let's say you're in that position, and you're like, I'm gonna arrest this guy. The guy saves you and everything, and you're like, now I hate you even more, kind of. like now you made me look like I needed you.
When she tried to put up that sting, and then the dude that she's fucking comes with his friends to like do like whatever kind of deal it was, and then they start shooting at them, and then he kills her partner. That shit was crazy. And then how she's like fucking... Well, I was kind of mad because she's like, oh my god, I'm fucking sorry. And then he's all like, ugh, his eyes are all wide. And she's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, bitch, you didn't give a fuck about him. You really didn't. You didn't care about him. I don't want to hear you fucking be sad over his death. And you know who killed him? You don't even know who killed him. Your own fucking fuck toy. So get out of here. But anyways, when she's like actually like fucking distraught and in the bathtub, and in her... Yeah, she's in the bathtub and Punisher's friend, who she's fucking, is cleaning her. That was a pretty good scene. Because you can see how fucking traumatized she is.
Oh.
To the point where someone has to, like...
Yeah.
You know, take care of her. Yeah, and I was like, oh, fuck. But then when her mom comes into this... You know what? You gotta be a good person. I'm like, why am I watching this? I don't want to see random character who I don't care about have a talk with her mom. It's cool. It's cool when Rosario Dawson does it because it's fucking Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, and she talks to literally half of the Netflix cast.
But I don't want to see this random...
like, all right, the season's gone on long enough. Where's Rosario Dawson? Come on, Iron Fist, Defenders, Luke Cage, Daredevil. Where's Rosario Dawson?
Exactly, bro. Exactly. But yeah, so because of the ginormous, it takes up so much of the show. I'm like, yeah, do I want to watch Punisher and watch fucking... Maybe I get a glimpse of Punisher being Punisher, or am I gonna be berated by this fucking B plot that has nothing to do with what I care about? In a small, slightest sense.
You know, kind of speaking on that Rosario Dawson thing, like to dip into more of a Star Wars thing, they were like, somebody was like putting a picture of like Ahsoka in the Clone Wars doing all this fucking fancy flips and shit, cutting to Rosario Dawson doing like her little, like, everything looks slower and everything because of live action, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what the fuck did you guys want? You guys wanted the 3D animated fucking Rosario Dawson jumping around and shit? Let her hold her lightsabers and be, like, do shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, okay, they don't have the fucking episode 3 fucking choreographers. Like, sorry. But, like, I don't know, you guys are expecting too much. And then fucking, a point was brought up that was like, oh, if Starkiller was in any other media other than game, he would not be that way. And it's because that game is 1000% power fantasy. And like, in the game, you can do that stuff and it just feels great. Story-wise, if you were to like read that shit in a novel or whatever, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on? And then same thing goes with like fucking comics or with fucking like live action. Like, shit gotta be grounded a little bit, bro. Like, the game makes sense because you want to do that. Like, you just want to do that. You're saying I could like literally do a fucking electric force field around me and annihilate everybody within a fucking radius? A fucking like Neji fucking rotation and just kill everybody? It's like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to bring down that fucking Star Destroyer. Like, come on, dog. But
yeah,
they talk like if he was brought to live action, they would like nerf him to hell. And I personally won't feel bad about it. I mean, more roles for Sam Witwer, right?
He should have had this role a long time ago.
He should have had it a long time ago. But I mean,
he looks exactly like him.
It's literally him.
It's literally him.
It's literally him. But I mean, more roles for Sam Witwer is a win.
I don't know, man. It's cool that they made Ray Park be live action Darth Maul and be voiced by Sam Witwer, but they didn't do anything with it. It just went nowhere.
Well, I mean, the original plan was that, and they were like, you know, fuck it, let's do some of that. And I think there's a Dolphin Ball game coming out. Remember that cancel game?
Yeah.
They're doing it again. It's coming out. And I think he's having a series. Or did I just get that mixed up? Maybe they're doing a series.
My boy's age is getting up there, man. He's a legend. He's a legend.
You know how Star Wars is recently. They really wait for the legends to get up there in age and for their final roles, give them the most dog shit fucking script.
Yeah.
There's going way back to the games. Let's go back to games. Because we didn't even talk about Marvel's TOKON. We mentioned Arc System Works. We didn't even talk about TOKON Fighters all the way, bruh.
Bro, this game looks amazing.
Bruh, like legitimately, people were watching this shit not expecting anything. And then they see Captain America's shield and they're like, oh, Marvel? What the fuck? What Marvel game's gonna be coming out? They already announced a few games.
When I saw it, I thought it was just an app game.
Yeah, everyone was like, it's not gonna be a good thing.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's gonna be some bullshit ass Marvel, blah, blah, blah. And then you just see the most, like, Japanese designs on these characters. You see Spider-Man, you see fucking Captain America. Who was the first fight? See, we should have refreshed ourselves.
It's like Spider-Man versus, like, Doctor Doom or something.
No, Doctor Doom definitely had a reveal later.
Oh, yeah.
It
might have been Iron Man.
So good.
Star-Lord looks badass, bro.
Yeah, when people showed that he has the exact same animation to like shoot his shit that Dante has when he does his special.
Oh, that's pretty tight.
The fucking jackpot.
Jackpot.
Like all the way down to the jackpot, dog.
Bro.
He
like,
goes like,
dude, Star-Lord, man. Like Star-Lord, he could be a boss, bro. He could be a badass motherfucker.
So him, Storm, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, Doctor Doom. Who else was in there?
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel was like the first one shown.
Oh yeah, she is. She's tight. She looks good.
Bruh, that shit looks amazing, and it's a 4v4.
Bro, Captain America looks so sick. That's like one of my new favorite designs.
Mm-hmm. And then
like the little mini jacket.
My favorite thing is the fucking like the interview that they had with him, where they had like normal designs. I didn't see them. I hope they release them to show like what their original designs were. But apparently they showed designs to fucking Marvel, and Marvel's like, man, I don't know. And then they're like, well, what about these ones? And this is the ones that look all Japanese, and they're like, that's why we hired you. And that's the shit I like. Make them look like a goddamn Gundam.
Oh yeah, man. Hey man, Punisher gotta be in there.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, if they have like the Defenders in there, Daredevil is in the background. They have the what's their company called? Nelson and Murdoch.
Oh yeah.
Fucking, they have that in the background, and you can literally see Daredevil facing the window because he can't look out.
That'd be tight because we were like what do you call it? We were teased Shadowland Daredevil and Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and we never got him.
Never got him. But I mean, I remember we were playing what was it, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 earlier, and we were talking about how like the story is just like nothing until the end. Like you play and then out of nowhere it's like, oh, by the way, Ruby Heart was the main character the whole time. She took you on an adventure so you could beat this boss.
She's a badass.
She's badass. But like, we were like, man, maybe they should have like, done an introductory one, maybe a middle one, I
want to take you for a ride. That's basically her saying
that's
like.
literally her saying, I'm gonna take you to ride to the fucking boss. And then fucking
Because the first time you play that game, you just hit with this fucking jazz.
Yeah.
I want to take you for a ride. You're just like, what is going on? Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Worlds Collide.
No, Fate of 2. No. What is it? Is it Worlds Collide?
No, I don't know.
No. There is a tagline to it.
Yeah, there is.
Fuck.
It's not Fate of 2 Worlds.
No, that's 3.
Yeah, it's 3.
But to continue on, fucking Why am I blanking? We were literally just talking about fucking TOKON.
It's called New Age of Heroes.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is. New Age of Heroes.
New Age of Heroes. Okay.
But we're like fucking Marvel vs. Capcom 3. When you end and you get like your character's story and everything, it's kind of in the same vein because you just get dropped into arcade and you just play arcade, and then at the end you get like a whole comic strip of what your character does after, and it's really cool and everything.
What, for 3?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I like it.
it's really cool.
I especially like the fact that Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Fate of Two Worlds, that first instance of the game, you get like endings for all these characters, and then when Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 comes out, it's essentially the same game, just like with updates to certain things and like new characters and new stages. But every original
Capcom loves doing this.
Yeah, they do, but like these characters have different endings now. So it's really tight. So like in the first one, when you beat the game of Ryu, he's about to fight Iron Fist in a Fight Club. But in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, when you beat the game of Ryu, he's getting the power of Kunlun and becoming the Iron Fist. I like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's like a...
Yeah.
It's almost as if it's like a...
Like it's encouraging you to beat it again.
Yeah. It's fire.
Fucking... Yeah, I mean... That's cool and all, but am I being a glutton saying I want more? I'm being greedy? Because, I mean... A beginning, a middle, and an end to a story.
We got some cool fucking
kinda,
cinematics, though.
The cinematics are dope, but it's the first one, and that's it. I mean, it's a glorified trailer.
Awesome. There's a lot. There's a good amount. I like it.
That's why I like Infinite. Infinite has a story.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah,
Mortal
but like...
Kombat's like, in my opinion, the best fighting game to do story.
I think King of Fighters is.
To do story?
Yeah, I feel like I always got this feeling that Mortal Kombat story was like really, really generic and like super basic.
See, like, I see that. I see your point. But also I see the fact that they've actually worked hard on like integrating gameplay into the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're literally like, blah, blah, fight's gonna happen. And then you're in the fight. And then after you win the fight, story continues. Like, from there. I just feel like it's just...
I do feel like fighting games have more story still,
together,
for sure. In general.
Because, I mean, like, you could say that the Mortal Kombat is, like, generic and everything. At the same time, it's like Street Fighter. Fucking, we're gonna have a world tournament. Let's have people fight in the streets. And it's like, dog, how does any of this regulated? Like, literally, this guy has lightning powers. He's an actual animal.
There's the comedian Pete Holmes has like a sketch about that, where he's like signing up Vega for the Street Fighter competition.
And he's like, you
have a claw.
Yeah, you have a claw.
Nah, yeah, but in that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, there's a Punisher beat 'em up game.
Yep.
And I finally played it
With
the other
Nick Fury.
Yeah, with Nick Fury, and I finally played it.
Nick Fury.
I finally played it for the first time, and like it's pretty fun. It's pretty badass. He like does like this fucking dive kick. He fucking throws hands, and then like
So why wasn't he in the Marvel vs. Capcom? Why wasn't he in Marvel Superheroes?
That's true. If a character pulls out a gun on you, he automatically pulls out a gun, and he has auto aim to that character. So that's pretty tight. I only got to the 3rd level, but at the end of the 1st level, it's really funny because you're fighting on this bus, right? And you're fighting this big ass dude. And once you finally, because you kill these people, but once you finally beat this boss, right? He's picking up. This guy's like twice Punisher size, and he picks him up by the shirt collar, and he puts his gun to his head, and he's like, "Where's your boss's base at?" And he's like, "Oh, it's the mansion down the street." And then he's like, "Please don't kill me." This character literally says that, and Punisher goes, "Nah, goodbye." Boom, shoots his head off, bro. He shoots him. He's dead. And I was like, whoa, I'm so not used to games doing that.
And then the camera pans out to a 7-year-old Ivan on an arcade.
Nah, but
like, oh my.
This was jarring. In the next scene, because Punisher goes, "Oh, I know that mansion. I'm gonna have to sneak through the sewer system and pop up through the pool or some shit like that, right?" So in the next scene, Punisher is fucking swimming, and like he has his classic costume on, and his white boots, right? his white boots are now white flipper boots.
That's funny.
It's so funny. It's just like, I just saw this man murder this dude. Now he's wearing white flipper boots to match his fucking costume.
And his motorcycle's also his, like, fucking decals and shit.
Yeah. He looks cool, don't get me wrong. It's just kind of like, it's comic-y. I like it.
Who's the guy that, like, does his stuff? Like, he has a guy.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I don't know his fucking name. It's like how James Bond has the fucking, like, team of people making shit.
Yeah.
Like, I could picture other people making shit for him, but, like, for him to actively be the one that's like, I'm gonna put a skull on this thing. It's, like, funny to think about.
It's like Deadpool having his belt buckle be his face.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Fucking, like, he's not the type of guy to be wasting time on aesthetic. But, I mean, he does.
I fuck with it.
There's, the Switch 2 released.
Bro.
You got a funny story about this one.
Man.
But
when they were revealing all this bullshit about the Switch 2, like you don't
everyone was hating.
You don't own your games.
You have a game key? We're not even doing game cartridges anymore. They're the exact same thing, but one's a key.
You buy a physical copy of a game, it's not even the physical copy of the game. That doesn't make sense. What do you...
I did nothing. I wasted money on nothing.
Look, I'll be the first to tell you, I'm one of the motherfuckers that will buy a fucking case on eBay. Just the case.
So I could put my game in it.
So I could have the case to my game, right?
Yeah. And see, that's the thing that I hated about GameStop was like, oh, you want to return this game? Cool. We'll put it in this generic-ass GameStop fucking case.
I hated those.
It's like,
I want the actual game. That's why when I bought Yu-Gi-Oh!, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Lost Days collection, I was like, can I get a brand new one? I want the fucking case.
Yeah.
And I paid $70 for that shit. And I got the card too.
Yeah.
Cause it was like 70 at the time of release. And I was like, oh, fuck it, bro. I want it. I don't want that shit.
That's just kind of crazy to me.
It is. But it's like I was nostalgic, bro.
Yeah,
like
it's like literally $40 right now, though. And it was 35 earlier.
Yeah, but are you gonna get that fucking 20th century rare Harpy's Feather?
Yes, they're new.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
So like, man, I just don't understand. So we saw Thunderbolts. We gave a raving fucking review. We fucking love this shit.
I watched it twice.
Why
I was gonna watch it third
time. That it didn't sell well.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. The only things I've heard about this movie are good fucking things.
I've heard people talking shit on it. Like, I don't know if you know who Titus is. I think that's his name.
I can't trust a motherfucker named Titus.
Yeah, this dude's like, he usually like nerds out and is like expressive about things. So he kind of like starts like, oh, I saw Thunderbolts. And he's like, I hated it. I'm like, what? This guy hated it? And then like I see these other YouTubers that I watched review it, and they're like, ah, it sucked. I was like, what? Huh? What?
I never seen any of these.
Yeah, and then even the homie Juan, right? He was like, I was like, have you seen Thunderbolts? No, I heard it's bad. I'm like, who'd you hear that from? YouTubers. I'm like, yeah, I heard that too, but nah, it's good, bro. And I was like, let's go watch it. And we watched it, and I was like, what'd you think? He was like, 10 out of 10. He said it was 10 out of 10. He said he loved it. It was amazing.
Yes.
I was like, yes, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I cried. I loved it. Beginning to end, dog. Like, I can't even think of a scene that like dragged on too long.
Nah, it was perfect. I fucking loved it. No.
Maybe. Maybe the... What's that? I don't even know how to describe the scene when they're all at the ball or whatever.
Yeah.
The conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that scene. That seems whatever.
I like it because Bucky's there.
Yeah, Bucky's there.
And Bucky's being Bucky.
Yeah, but he hit on the young girl and I don't know, something didn't feel right about that.
Did he?
Yeah, he kind of did. It felt like he was doing some like Russian thing where it's like, hey, I'm a charismatic guy. Do you want to I don't know.
Air out your boss's dirty laundry.
Air out your boss's dirty laundry. And she's like, no, but you want my number? And he's like, yeah. So later you could air out your boss's dirty laundry.
When he drops the pizza on his shirt, and it also gets on his arm, he's like,
pizza? Was it like lasagna?
It's like some kind of fucking...
It's some kind of sauce. Cheese sauce.
Bucky always putting some extra sauce on that bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how Bucky be.
Buck's gonna buck.
Buck's gonna if they don't say that in Thunderbolts 2, I'm gonna be pissed. Buck's gonna buck.
If we get a Thunderbolts 2, bro, nah, I could gush about this movie for
Like we did. We gushed about it for hours. But so tell me fucking why. The Switch 2. I heard nothing good about it. And it's the fastest selling game console. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's
Bro.
overpriced. The fucking has one game. It has one fucking game. It has Mario Kart. That's it.
Its gizmos cost like fucking so much. They cost as much as a game.
You
just to get the separate
pay
little
the
gizmos.
price to have a fucking actual great PC, so you could play the games on the Switch on that PC. You decided.
You know what I'm sad about? I already know, like 5 years from now, maybe even less. Where Nintendo announces the Switch 2 online services are going to be shut down. And we're fucked.
And all your games are gone.
Bruh.
Y'all don't remember the 3DS?
It only happened 3 years ago.
It only happened a few years ago.
I was scrambling to get as many games as I could, bro. I was like, let me get that.
The only person to have completed the entirety of that 3DS library has been canceled because he stole charity money.
What?
The completionist ran a charity that people were like, hey, I looked it up. None of that money went to that charity. Where is it? And he goes, oh, well, man, I gave it to this guy to give to the charity, so I don't know why that happened. That's my bad. Let me check. Hey, it's been like a month. Did you check? Oh, man. I don't know where that money is. It's like, maybe it's in all those fucking 3DS games you bought.
Damn. That shit was expensive, bro. It was the summer of 2022.
He had to go to like 50 different fucking Lowe's, Walgreens, blah, blah, blah. He went to enough different fucking stores that they were at like actually fucking like giving tips and tricks like, oh, you know what? Gamers don't go to Lowe's, so that's why Lowe's always kind of has these fucking Walgreens. They're always sold out. Blah blah's always sold out.
What, the gift cards?
Yeah, because that was the only way you were able to get the games.
Because at first
we talked about it on the podcast because that's how long it was.
Yeah,
like during the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, because I think you were doing it too, huh?
And then I tried. I wasn't able to do any of it.
Oh wow.
I was like broke at the time.
I remember the process, bro. First you could put money into the DS, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it worked. And you could.
And then they took that away.
Yeah, then they took that away and then it got to the point where the only way you could put money into it is by getting Nintendo gift cards. And you had to input it that way. So it just made it infinitely harder. And then it got to the point where you couldn't put anything in there.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to have whatever, you had to put as much currency in that bitch as you could before that date. And then eventually they turned off the fucking Wi-Fi connectivity for
Yeah. So you just can't.
You can't even access nothing like that.
You can't even hear the fucking music anymore. It's just gone. It's off.
La música.
So fucking what was it? He was like experiencing issue after issue. It was like, okay, we had to get all these. Okay, it won't let me put all this money in there so I could fucking do it. Okay, now not only can I like, there's enough memory in here to put the games on, but there's not enough on the actual software. You know how like there's those squares on the menu? There's a limit to those squares.
Oh yeah.
So once you've reached that limit, you can't put more games on there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you own 100 games, the limit's fucking like 50 or something.
You have to get a good SD card.
No, like there's a physical limit on the menu.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The menu only goes up to a certain amount.
Oh
so
wow.
even if you have more money to spend so you could get more games, the menu itself stops you. So I think
I didn't even think about that.
I think he has like multiple consoles, or like
I got multiple consoles too. Yeah. I got 3 in total.
It's insane. It's like actually crazy. Like how hard Nintendo made it for you to do shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, like if somebody like basically Ultron or like fucking Vision and able to just get that game and fucking make ROMs of them all.
It's funny because like I told my brother, right? during that time, I was like, because he saw me doing it, and I was like, well, if you want to, I was like, I'll buy a 3DS for you, but you have to get your own. You have to buy your own gift cards, right? And he was like, yeah, that sounds cool. I'm down. So I did that. I bought him a brand new 3DS, or not brand new. I bought a 3DS off eBay with the It came with a bunch of games too, like cartridges. And I gave him that, and I gave him all the cartridges it came with, and then he started buying his gift cards. And he got a good amount of games. He got some cool indie games and shit. And then
some games you were only able to get on that store.
Yeah.
There's no physical copies.
Yeah. But the cool thing is too, I learned that some of those cool indie games are also on the Switch, so that's tight. So if you missed out on it, there's a chance you might be able to play on the Switch. But yeah, it's
people
fun.
Were making like videos. People were like fucking.
Yeah.
These are the 7 games to buy. These are the 18 games.
Yeah.
These will never be available again.
I looked up a list like
online.
Yeah, I looked up a list. It said like the top 20 games you need to buy before the 3DS dies.
Yeah. And there's this Fire Emblem game. It's not on any other consoles.
Yeah.
Only available digitally. This and that. And it's like, fuck, man, I want that now.
Yeah. I bought a bunch of sick ass games, right? And then that was 3 years ago. And I think maybe a couple months ago, my brother, he came to visit my place, and I wasn't there, but he went into my room and looked at my stuff and shit. And he told me, he was like, oh yeah, I looked at your 3DSs, and he was like, I was looking at your game library, and he goes, yeah, I just realized I should have bought way more games.
Yeah.
He bought a lot of games, but I bought way more than him, and he was like, yeah. He's like, you got some cool ass games on there that I didn't even think about buying. Or maybe I thought about it, but I didn't do it after all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I should have got it. And I was like, yeah, I wish he would have got more games. Because some of those games, you could play with each other.
Yeah.
To this day, there's Pokemon. You could play Pokemon trading card game, the original Game Boy version. Mm-hmm. You could battle each other, but he didn't get it. Damn, we used to play Pokemon together like that, the physical card game. But yeah, but luckily I bought it twice, on one 3DS and on my 2DS, so he could play it. We could still play together technically. It's just the loop-de-loops.
Fuck Nintendo. You know what Nintendo
That's what
did?
I'm saying.
You know what Nintendo did? They fucking worked GameFreak to the goddamn bone. So much so, my theory is they were so done that they've been purposely making shit Pokemon games for people to notice, and not one GameFreak to make them anymore. That's what I think, Doug. I think GameFreak wants out, and they don't know how to tell them. I feel like they're
do you think everything went downhill when Satoru Iwata passed away?
Dog, after Diamond and Pearl, really? Realistically, the second experience share kind of happened.
Black and White were cool.
Black and White I think are people's favorite. I think people have a favorite of Black and White, but that's again the second it went 3D models. It was kind of whoa, wait, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Whereas there was something about the sprites that they did a little oh, if we do sprites this way, it makes it look like it's more alive and this and that, blah blah blah. And they don't have
made it ugly.
What happened?
You just made it ugly, right?
No, with the actual sprites, I like the sprites. Even Black and White 2 sprites, no?
Yeah, they're moving.
Yeah, I like that. Do you not like that?
I'm whatever's about it.
I think my favorite's Emerald. The way that they look and stuff. And the sounds. Oh, the sound.
I like Gen 4. Pearl Platinum.
Pearl Platinum, yeah.
Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
I think I like them. The look is amazing. I'm so nostalgic of the look of Pearl. Everything about it. The fucking 3DS screen, or the DS screen on the bottom. The walking meter and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Fun.
What a time to be alive, dog.
What a fucking time. And then Black and White's definitely my fall off. I
wasn't able to play them, but I got
original Black and White.
I got Black 2 though. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I didn't play Black and White.
Black 2, I think. I don't think I obviously didn't.
It was fun. And it was the first Pokemon game to legit scare me. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is really scary.
For what?
Zoroark.
Okay. What about him?
Bro, okay, you go into the city, right?
Okay.
And the city has a forest, I think, in the middle of the city. Or maybe it's on the outskirts of the city, right? But you walk into the forest and there's big backpackers and shit. There's other NPCs in there. Mm-hmm. But at the very end of I'm getting chills just thinking about it. It scares me. You go to the fucking at the very end of the fucking of the forest. There's like this one NPC, and you talk to him, and he's like, "You ever hear the legend of Zorok?" It's not a legend the Jedi would tell you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's all like, "Well, they say he's like a mischievous Pokemon, and he likes to pretend to be human."
Fish? He's like, no, shut up.
He likes to pretend to be human, and freak people out and shit. And you're just like, He's like, yeah, crazy story. Well, see you later. And he walks away, right? And then he's like in the middle of the dungeon. He's about to walk out. He's halfway through. He stops. He turns into a fucking Zorok, and then he walks out. Like, I just talked to a fucking Pokemon, bro. That's scary as hell.
Isn't that scary?
Yeah, that shit gives me chills, dog. I'm really scared.
You know what the funniest part is?
Don't turn into the Zorok, bro.
He's a Ditto.
Oh,
no, this is a Ditto doing a double prank.
That's crazy. that killed all the tension.
It's like, oh, okay.
It's just Ditto.
It's just Ditto. No, but like, those fucking, dog, those Typhlosion allegations.
Oh yeah.
That shit pissed me the fuck off, bro. First off, why you gotta do it to my boy? Second off, y'all like didn't even read the story.
I never claimed Typhlosion. I was a Feraligatr guy. Just saying.
I get you. My phone is.
Sometimes I'd pick Cynical.
Just.
But I liked having Feraligatr.
I can't get a picture of Typhlosion doing a thunder punch on my head, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a dope
so
thought.
Cool.
So like, I hated those allegations. I hated the fact that it was obviously they said in the thing, in the story, that it was a fucking just like that, like a fucking shapeshifter.
Mm-mm.
And it's like, okay, Typhlosion's not a fucking shapeshifter. So what the fuck y'all talking about? It's either Ditto or a Zorok, and Ditto sounds way better to be Diddy than fucking Typhlosion.
Yo.
All I'm saying, dog. Also, y'all mistranslating this shit and talking about it, but it's a like.
Yeah, people just like to like.
Fuck with people, man.
They
They're
just
like rage baiting. Like it's master rage baiting.
Yeah. Okay. Look, this guy's like you know how YouTube has like the YouTube equivalent of Reels right now, like the little shorts. This one dude, he had a video and like everyone's watching it, I guess, because it got fucking connected to the algorithm. And I watched it, and his whole video was like, "Oh, what's the Master Ball really for? Is it really for that legendary Pokemon? Because I've seen some people just use it on like a Rattata or a Ditto, which I have seen that happen too before in real life. So I'm like, maybe that's you're on to something. But when I play Pokemon and I have a Master Ball, I really do use it for that one legendary. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use on this legendary because he's hard as fuck to catch. And then when you learn about cloning and shit like that, well, in the old school games, like. Bro, and he talks about
1 million,
he's like, oh, some people use the Master Ball just to like flex because they're like, oh look, I have 87 Master Balls, and yeah, that's like cool. But this guy's like, but what's it really for? Like, it's just fucking Master Ball.
Master Ball, dog. Like it's a ball that captures a Pokemon
for like absolute catch, bro.
Yeah.
Like, stop thinking so hard about it.
The original Pokeball is for lower levels, and then you have the Great Ball, and then you have the Ultra Ball. What's the next evolution?
Master Ball.
Like,
come on, dog.
What are you talking about?
He's like, oh, well, some people kind of think of it as like.
It's like this motherfucker said, "Hey, ChatGPT, how can I rage bait?"
Yeah. He's like, oh, well, maybe it's like like a credit card. Maybe like, oh, I can have it, or he goes, maybe the Master Ball is like insurance. Like, better to have it and not use it than to not use it and not have it, or some bullshit. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here, dog. Yeah. And because I watched that one video, now I'm getting more of his stupid ass videos. Like, this motherfucker was like, oh yeah.
You know what I've been getting Coop's collection. It's like this nice white dude fucking like at cons giving kids like free Pokemon cards and shit. Like a kid will come up, he'd be like, oh hey, how are ya? And she's like, and he's like, oh well, what's your favorite Pokemon? I like Typhlosion. Oh, let's see if we got one. The guy goes through a binder. He's like, oh, I got one right here. Would you like this one? How much is it? Well, it's free. It's all me, blah, blah, blah. And Dad's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like a whole wholesome thing. All the comments are all wholesome. Hey, here's $5, Coops. Keep it up. Keep making these kids happy. And the Coop's like, oh, thank you, man. And it's literally just that the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
There's one recently I saw And like, imagine you see like a million of those videos of him giving these kids free shit, blah blah.
Yeah.
And then now you see a fucking like obvious fucking neckbeard motherfucker coming up, like some like scalper ass motherfucker coming up saying, oh, I got this binder of things to sell, blah blah. Would you like to do a trade? He says, I'm not really looking to like have this stuff right now, blah blah. I'll do like I think he said like 80%. Like he'll give him like 80% of the money for those cards, basically, so that, and that's already an astronomical amount.
Yeah.
You would think of trying, if you're trying to be like selling cards and shit, and you're doing like a fucking only 30% like increase to your revenue, and that's only if you sell them all. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's actually insane. And then the motherfucker has the audacity to not only fucking raise it, like they're like bartering, but you can't barter more than the fucking 80, dog. Like he already gave him the best fucking deal, but he's deciding, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go even higher. Like I'm gonna get my money. And then the most scumbag thing after the deal was done, after fucking Coop is like at like the 96 fucking percent, like
that's crazy. He actually agreed to go higher.
He agreed. I think it was like 86 or some shit.
Yeah, but he's getting revenue off the fucking video itself.
That's the thing. So fucking he does that and everything, and then fucking the guy's like, anyway, I watch your videos, blah blah. And it's like, don't fucking kiss his ass now. You fucking robbed this man in plain daylight, and his only hope is that somebody sees this video and was like, shit, here's $10, dog. Sorry that happened to you. And trust me, I went through like 100 comments on this thing. Damn. Almost literally every single person was like, here's $2, here's $3, here's fucking $4, here's $10, here's $100, Coop. This guy was a scumbag. Like, I really hope.
He's probably
like,
a plant.
You're too nice.
Now I think he's a plant.
Now you think he's a plant because of that?
Yeah.
Like plant type?
Let me
you think he's a grass type?
Let me get some sympathy real quick.
He definitely has a double revenue source. And I feel like he did not do it on purpose. But he definitely has a double revenue source. He streams, apparently. I've never seen a stream, but I have seen him like on the stream, like talking to the people, like selling his shit, blah blah. They're like, oh, can I get this Squirtle? He's like, okay, bet, yeah, $40, blah blah. Sells it. But then like a girl will come by and she's like, how much is the Mew? And he's like, oh, it's $60. She's like, oh, darn. And somebody in the chat, in the stream, would tip him $60, and they're like, hey, get that girl that Mew. And he's like, oh, actually, I have somebody in the stream that just bought you this Mew. And like, give it to her.
That was wild. Yeah, dude.
He'll be like, yeah, Fart Smeller 46. Well, who gave you this? So she's like, thank you, Fart Smeller 46.
You know who's a streamer? And it's confirmed. I just found out today.
Billy May's son?
No, Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom?
Yeah, I'm reading this 80s Secret Wars comic, right?
Okay.
And Dr. Doom's like, he just got expelled from Galactus's home, like, big world ship, right? And he's like damaged and shit. And he's like, I need to concoct a plan to get back into my A game. Fuck! I got it. I'm gonna get Claw. Because when he was on there, he found Claw. Ulysses S. Claw, whatever the fuck his name is. And then, like, he's all wacky, and he's like, oh, he says things multiple times. Yeah, he's like, I'm Claw, like he's a One Piece character. And he's all like, whoa, yeah, so I'm living sound, and when this bitch killed me, she actually didn't kill me. I got absorbed into Galactus' ship, and that's why I'm here now. So Dr. Doom...
Comics are crazy.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Comics are crazy.
Dr. Doom brings him back down to the home base. The Avengers already just beat up all the fucking, all the bad guys, and they're all imprisoned. Doom was just, when Captain America literally walks up to Doom and is all like, what's up, Doom? Let's fight. And Doom's like, and Cap's like, wow, you're really down the dumps, huh? All right, never mind. So they literally say, oh, well, we can't, Doom's fucked up. We can't take his fucking suit off because it's probably booby-trapped. So we're going to imprison all these other evil guys, but we'll just leave Doom by himself because he's not even, like, thinking straight. That's literally what the heroes say. Yeah. So the heroes dip out, and Doom walks He's
Doom
like,
made an entire battle world. He ruined people's universes. He killed them.
Doom's passing by all the imprisoned villains, and they're like, "Hey, free us!" He's like, "Nah, I don't need you guys. I just need one person, Claw." And he's all like, Doom needs the services of Claw." And he's like, "Come on, Claw. I'm gonna dissect you." And then Claw's all like, "Yo, why do you keep like announcing everything you're doing? Are you like?"
Wait, he does that?
He says that. He's like, "Are you recording yourself?" And Doom's like, "I am. Everything I do and say must be recorded and taped." So he's literally a streamer.
I wouldn't say he's a streamer.
He's a streamer, dog.
Cause
well, I guess he's gonna release the footage later, but and he's
that's why.
Oh yeah, so
he's a content creator.
He's a content creator. He's about to put that. He's about to make that shit a documentary or something.
Catch my VODs.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's even a point where
there's nothing stopping him from having a drone following him around.
Yeah, it shows Dr. Doom cutting Claw into pieces.
Dog, imagine like a little Doombot just sliding around.
You know,
with a camera, like he's not even a camera, he's holding a camera.
Just knowing that Robert Downey Jr. is gonna play Doom, I could totally picture that. But yeah, there's in the next scene, he's like dissecting Claw and cutting him into pieces, and Claw's like, "Wow, I made a sound so this doesn't even hurt." And then he's all like, "Hey, since you're recording this, I'm gonna sing a little poem." And he just starts singing a poem.
No, I'll get DMCA. Stop.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Fucking a little Doombot. He's like, "Doombot, flip that."
Yeah, back to the little YouTube shorts. I saw this video today, and I took it off, bro, because I was like, oh my god. They were saying, because when I was a kid,
Rage baiting is crazy on short.
Yeah, when I was a kid, bro, like I found out Pokemon Red and Blue have a difficulty setting. So basically, if you choose Squirtle or Bulbasaur, you're super effective to Brock, right? Which is his rock type Pokemon. And if you choose Bulbasaur, you also get to kind of defeat Misty pretty easily because you're grass. And then it's like saying that these were like the YouTube videos back in the day, right? Yeah. When we were teenagers, and it was like, oh yeah, so Charmander. If you choose Charmander, not only are you gonna have a hard time with Brock, you're also gonna have a hard time with Misty because you're fire. But by the time you get to it's saying but by the time you get to the Elite Four, dog, Venusaur and Blastoise aren't gonna be that strong against the Elite Four and the champion, but your Charizard will be. Like you can fuck up. I forget the full science behind it, but that's kind of what it was saying. So you basically get rewarded for choosing the hard path because it kind of makes your Charizard's like just a beast by that point, right? And I fucked with that. I fucked with that a lot. I watched this short today. Totally fucking different opinion, bro. They were like, yeah, Charmander was so weak that when they made the remake of the games, they had to give him a new move just to stand a chance. I'm like, that's so not true, bro. So not fucking true, dog. And it's like, yeah, even though Brock's Pokemon don't know any rock-type moves, yeah, Charmander's not really gonna scratch them at all. And it's like, but when they made Fire Red, Leaf Green, and then the video just cuts to a girl now. Now it's a girl. Yeah, they gave Charmander Metal Claw, so Metal Claw finally can do super effective damage to the rock-type Pokemon. The guy comes back. Oh yeah, but the saddest part is that you only got a slight chance of Metal Claw reducing the enemy's attack. Bro, I don't care. It still does it on a slight chance. Like, that's all I need. Most Pokemon attacks are like that. It's almost like these motherfuckers don't even play Pokemon. They just like to look up fucking random facts and then make a whole ass dumbass video about it. And I'm like, bro, get out of here. Once I heard that shit, I was like, nah.
I'm telling you, these
I guess I'm raging and I got baited, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it happened.
But oh my god, and the biggest cesspool right now, fucking it's the Instagram threads.
I don't even go on those.
Bruh, it's the worst place you could possibly be. I don't know. Instagram's pushing it so fucking hard.
Yeah, they are.
Like you just scroll down your fucking feed, and it's like, here's some recommended threads, and it's like, dog, these are the worst headlines I've ever read. I don't want to read a single one of these. I don't care about Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't care about this, and I don't care about that. None of these are tailored to me, and I don't want them to be. Because no matter what you do, if you go to threads, they're all rage bait. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna click on anything, the first image is gonna be, this motherfucker thought we were gonna agree. Or fucking, look at this retard. Or fucking, that picture of like the scientist dude looking at the fucking thing, and it's like finally pure retardium, and it's because the fucking guy is rage baiting. He's like saying the most like untrue shit, so now everyone's like, that's not true, and it's like, well, thanks for the engagement, guys. The entire thing, everything on Threads, not a single thing is not engagement bait. There's literally an entire profile of they just made Starbucks just fired me. Read my stories of why. And then there's like 50 fucking stories of like, I was at the Starbucks today and there's this guy and he was talking about his wife and this and that, blah blah blah. And the wife showed up and this and that, blah blah blah. And it was so cute. And it's like, no, none of this happened. Literally none of these stories are real.
Oh,
This
you know,
whole place
I guess you could say that
fake.
that's kind of like how like the A&E or whatever they call it, like the True Lifetime channels that were on. They probably still are on, but you know we don't watch TV no more. But like,
Sadly.
yeah, but like a lot of that shit was fake, bro. There's a wrestler named Darby Allin, right? He was on one of these like shows, I forgot, like the Hallmark Channel or some shit, or the like True Life TV or whatever. But like, he said like it became known that he was on one of these things, and the show he was on was called Sex Send Me to the ER. And in the show, he's like it's him talking, like, you know, the person talks about their story, and then they have actors reenact it, right?
Yeah.
So his story was that he took a gilf to the fucking woods, and when they were trying to have sex, they got attacked by bees.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like explaining this whole fucking story like as if it's real, but then like this is young Darby's doing that shit. Current Darby's like, oh yeah, I made the whole thing up. He's like, yeah, they asked me, I was trying to like do jobs and get random jobs and get some money real quick.
Yeah.
And I heard the premise for the show, and he's like, and I just came up with this quick ass story where like we got attacked by bees, and just to make it funny, I said I was with a gilf.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, and then like people watch that shit, and they're just like, damn, these people really got attacked by bees. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does she even
He's old.
She got bad knees. And then like shit like that, dude. Like, I'm just gonna lie and then get people's attention. People look at it, and now I have money. Like, and then that's another thing I don't understand. How the fuck, like, how do you opt into getting money on fucking shit like Instagram and fucking Threads? Like, I know sponsorships, but there's like actual, like, if you get the engagement, they'll pay you for the engagement. What the fuck am I doing wrong in my life? What am I doing wrong? You're saying that I can make an entire channel doing nothing except like getting people mad and make money from it?
Yeah.
I don't. I'm insane.
Yeah.
We went away from all the video games.
Is there more?
Well, it's because the Switch 2 just made me so mad.
Yeah,
because I was talking about GameFreak, and the whole thing about the GameFreak is that they're making a different game.
Yeah, and I saw a little bit of it. Like, they're saying, like, oh yeah, this shit looks badass. This is what Game Freak's been wanting to do.
It's looking Dark Souls-y. It's looking Monster Hunter. They're really just a trailer. It's like no gameplay, I don't think. It's very, I think, what's the Studio Ghibli thing? Princess Mononoke? That's the one with the dude in the blue, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's Princess Mononoke. The one where, like, there's, like, some, like, evil taking over the fucking forest.
I think all I know is that there's, like, a girl with, like, fur clothing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So fucking, it's giving that vibe. Because there's something, like, you know, destroying the forest or whatever. So I was like, look at this fucking game. They made the game look so fucking good, and you compare it to their last fucking Pokemon game, it has to be like, I'm kind of tired of making Pokemon. And then everyone in the office goes, yeah, fuck this, man. All right, let's make this one, and then we'll focus on what we want to do. You know? And then outside of that, there's going to be a new Invincible fighting game. It's giving kind of like Power Rangers vibes. The, what's it called?
Battle for the Grid.
Battle for the Grid. giving like those type of vibes to me, with like Mortal Kombat kind of impact. You know how like Mortal Kombat when they do the hits, it's very like punchy,
like Injustice.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's more Injustice Power Ranger-y. Because the looks is very Power Ranger. But like, there's a new fucking did you watch? We'll probably just gloss over this. Did you see the Ironheart trailer?
No, I think I just seen people shitting on it.
Dog, it is so ass.
I'm not watching that shit. I don't care who cameos.
I don't care who cameos.
I do not give a shiza.
And then
I was watching this video about someone saying like,
you know what happens though? In the trailer, it looks like she's using some magic to put the fucking suit together. What the hell are you? What is going on?
I saw this video where this guy was saying like, he was like, yo, okay, so we have Tony Stark's daughter. We have Tony Stark's the kid from we have the kid from Iron Man 3 who was literally at his funeral.
His fucking funeral.
We have any of the Avengers who were close to him. And who picks up his mantle? Someone he's never met. And we're supposed to accept them as being the next Iron Man.
And, you know,
or Iron Man-esque character.
You know, like
at least Miss Marvel, what's her name?
Which one, Kamala?
Yeah, at least Kamala Khan is like totally like big ass fan nerd of Captain Marvel, you know? That's her like fucking hero. That's who she wants to be. She'll always talk about it. She draws all these pictures of it. That we know she has that connection. When does Ruby Heart ever be like, you know what, Tony Stark was a badass? Did I say Ruby Heart?
Yeah.
When is what's her name?
Yeah, Ruby Heart. I'm a mother.
I like her, bro. I've been using her in
Dominique,
MVC2.
I think is the name on the. I don't know if it's the name of the actress or the name.
Not that. That sounds like the actress name.
But it's Ironheart.
I don't know. Ruby Heart, bro. I mean Ironheart. I did it again. Anyways, when has Ironheart ever been like, yeah, you know what? I really admire Tony Stark.
Even in fucking Black Panther, they don't really talk about it. They gloss over it like a lot.
They're just like, you made an Iron Man suit? Yeah, I did, because I'm smart. Okay.
It's like, all right. Apparently, so is every other Wakandan. How dumb is... I hated that. I hated that. This motherfucker's like, MIT? Oh, you mean like an elementary school? Shut up. No, it's not.
Get that shit.
You're saying not only are all of y'all motherfuckers smart, if you're all so smart, how's all that war happening? How's all that fucking like, you guys had a civil war, bro. Like, you guys, I don't know how I'm going into it, dog. You have like one fucking mineral that you fucking get kept from the world, and you think you're so fucking superior for it. It's crazy. And then yeah, I don't know, the trailer looked ass. It was just a dude saying, you gotta do bad shit before you could get shit. And she's like, I don't wanna do that. And it's like, then leave. What the fuck? Why are you still talking to this dude? And she's like, anyway, let's do this heist. What the fuck?
Oh, you know, I don't know why, but it's giving me the vibes of that one dude that's like explaining like as if he's like a Disney exec, and he's all like, yeah, we're gonna have Finn tell Rey right as they're falling to the sandpit, I have something to tell you, it's really important.
And when they go through the sandpit and you realize it was all fake,
he's never gonna tell her. Wait, that sounds pretty important. Shouldn't he tell her? Nah, who cares? Wait, you just brought it up. Nah, we'll still do it, but like, we're not gonna explain it.
Yeah. That shit was so dumb. Do you remember that? Do you remember like the sand thing and what happened literally right after?
Yeah, they fall through the sand and then they find like the fucking Sith car.
Yeah, no, there's like a cavern underneath.
Yeah, it's like a Sith car.
Sith car.
Yeah, there's a car and it has like a fucking code finder so she can find the remains of the Death Star.
Well, first they see like there's a fucking like demon worm in there.
Oh yeah, that too. And she calms it down, I think.
Yeah, she calms it down.
But Ezra does that. Yeah, Ezra does that. Well, Ezra talks to animals and rebels.
Yeah.
I think.
But she heals it. She does a fucking force heal. She was like, hey, by the way, I learned this 5 seconds ago.
Shit, bro. Oh, what was I watching? There was something. Oh!
Whoa!
So I rewatched John Wick 4, right? And like I saw it for the first time last year and it was badass. And I rewatched it. It's so still badass, bro. You got the fucking brother from Rush Hour 3, which is a bad movie, but that actor's just so cool. And
Rush Hour 3 is not a bad.
It's a terrible movie. I liked it as a kid, but I really don't like watching it as an adult. I mean, the first half is good, but the ending is the second half is just.
Their walk away is fucking.
Nah, the walk away at 2 is amazing. The walk away 3, it should have been them two plus Soo Young, and they all should have been like, let's go get some fucking French food or some shit. Let's go. Bah, 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 bah.
Nah, because it's about them.
Nope.
Fuck's on you, no.
How you gonna say that, bro?
How you gonna say that? It's like you never watched one, bro.
Anyways, my point is that I rewatched John Wick 4, and it's just so badass. And Donnie Yen's in it, and he's playing another blind guy, and this motherfucker just goes ham, uses some of that Wing Chun, uses some of these fucking cool ass uppercut boxing techniques. You know, he's being a cool ass motherfucker. He speaks English too, which is awesome because you're so used to seeing him just speak Chinese. This motherfucker's all like. He has his gun pointed to this guy who's like on his team, but he's like helping John Wick because he's friends with Wick. And the guy's like, you can't shoot me. He's like, I guess you're right. He throws that shit. And he's just beating the shit out of him. And he's like, but I can hit you, motherfucker. Like, it's so fucking cool, man.
That's a Rush Hour line. If
Yeah,
I've ever heard one.
right? And I'm just like, damn, yeah, I love this movie. But yeah, so I saw the Ballerina, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not what I expected. I didn't really know much going into the movie, but I knew I knew John Wick was gonna be in it, and I knew the Ballerina was gonna be like a female assassin girl, right? And we've seen female assassin girls in this universe. There's the girl that tries to kill him in the first one, and she disobeys like the rules of the Continental, and she pays the price. And there's that one like lesbian chick from the second one, Ruby Rose. Imagine I said Ruby Hart again.
Yeah.
She was cool. I liked her, and I was thinking like, I wouldn't mind seeing a spin-off movie of her. She was badass. But I'm like,
She fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, she did.
Hated her.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, what happened to this? Like, okay, so now we're gonna get like.
It was like she was an industry plant, and everyone just caught on pretty fast, and they're like, I don't like this.
That's funny. Yeah, so I'm like, dude, like, I don't know who this character is, but I guess we'll see what's cool about her. So the movie starts.
Sabrina Carpenter's definitely an industry plant.
She's not an industry plant, bro.
She's literally Bart Simpson's fucking niece.
We'll speak about that later. So the Ballerina, right? It starts off as her as a kid. She's hanging out with her dad. Her dad ends up getting ambushed by these fucking weird ass assassin people. And then they're trying to like kidnap her or kill him, and they give him an ultimatum like, kill yourself, and then your daughter lives, or you could both die. He's like, nah, fuck that, man. And then like
No, you're ignorant. No, you're ignorant.
This motherfucker starts like, he has like bombs and grenades and flash grenades littered throughout his house, like in certain places, so you can fight these people off. You seen the movie?
No, but I've seen that before in spy movies where the guy's like, I have like 50,000 things around my house.
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. So like, the dad dies, and so now I forgot his name, Winston from the New York, the Winston from the manager from the New York Continental. He meets up with the little girl.
That's the one that died, right?
No, that's Lance Reddick.
Oh.
He's the like the hostess guy for the Continental. R.I.P. though.
R.I.P.
He's actually in this movie too, which is pretty crazy. I was like, is this CGI or what? But no, I guess he actually filmed. This movie was filmed before he died, I guess. So that's pretty cool. And then because I was thinking like, this is either CGI or they have like an actor and they're like altering his face or something, you know? But yeah. So like the movie's going on and she's still a little girl, and I'm like, what's going on here? This feels like it's going on for too long. Like, excuse me. Because we know John Wick is a fucking badass, right? And since I didn't know much going into this movie, I was just thinking like, this bitch is going to be a fucking total badass, right? She's going to be a Mary Sue. And like, nah, you see her, like the first, I don't know however half of the movie is her. She's a little girl still, and people are like telling her things, and she's just like kind of absorbing it. Then like we finally get to her as an adult, and then like she's still like training and shit, and like she hasn't even had her first mission yet, and I'm like, once I found out she hasn't even had her first mission, I'm like, oh, this is a straight up whole ass origin story.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect that. I was like,
oh, it's about the ballerina.
Yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, she's actually ballerinaing, and then like I'm like, okay. And then she finally gets her first mission, but they kind of like handicap her. They're like, yeah, don't kill nobody. Your bullets are rubber. My bullets are rubber? Yeah, they are. And she's like, what the fuck? So like, she's on this mission protecting this Asian girl, and like these motherfuckers are trying to kill her, and she's all like, oh, I can't kill you. Like what? I don't know. But yeah, so then
you're not at that stage of training.
Yeah, it was weird. But then like, yeah, the story goes on, and
well, I mean, has she taken her life at that point or no?
Not yet, but then you see there's a little bit more fast forwarding.
Probably like, when you take your first life, there's probably like hit or miss that you don't care, or you're fucking in a slump. And we don't want your slump to happen.
Oh, actually, yeah, she did kill someone. It was a part of her training. They put this random ass assassin into this room with her, and then there's a disfigured gun, and whoever puts the gun together first and shoots the other person.
Wasn't that really this scene in Black Widow?
Yeah.
In Thunderbolts?
Yeah, in Thunderbolts, no, it's a bunch of girls with the disfigured guns. They have to put them together.
Disassembled.
Disassembled guns.
Disfigured, they're all fucked up guns.
They have to put them together, and whoever's done first doesn't get punished. The rest of them get whipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But this one was like life or death. Yeah. So then so she has taken her life as a part of training, but like we get like the movie starts fast forwarding, and like she's on other missions, and she finds out she gets like leads on who killed her family. So that's what kind of like the movie goes, and yeah, it's pretty cool. She fights with grenades at some certain points, and she's like really good at them. Huh?
What would you give it?
I'd give it like a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. That's a low ranking, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the Wick universe.
Wick is awesome, bro. He's in this movie, and he's fucking John Wick, bro.
Johnny Wick.
You know what I love about it? Like, spoilers now. Do you care about the movie? It's not really big spoilers. So she does fight John Wick. It gets to the point where she has to fight him. She doesn't have to fight him. She could literally be like, "Oh, you're my homie. Let's like, okay, let me stop."
Yeah.
But he's like, "Stand down." And she's like, "No, I believe in what I believe in, and I'm gonna fight you now." He's like, "You will die." And she's like, "I don't care." This motherfucker beats the shit out of her. He literally, like, every time she thinks she gets something in, he fucking reverses it and beats the fuck out of her, bro. There's a part where there's like this drywall, and it's like, it's not even complete at all. And she tackles him. He's walking away. She tackles him through one half of it, right? And in the next second, she's getting thrown through the other half, and he's just standing there like, stand down. Like, it's amazing. I love that part a lot. But yeah, there's some cool like kills, cool fighting scenes. John Wick's definitely still the boogeyman. Like there's literally like this whole ass town of everyone in this town is killers, right? Assassins. And yeah, thinking I'm back. Yeah, so then this one dude's like, are we really like? He's like, whoa, this is a fucking suicide mission. We can't win. We can't survive this. The girl's like, it's
some kind of suicide squad.
This girl's like, he's just one man. He's fucking John Wick. And he comes out and kills both of them. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so it made me realize, okay, what I was expecting from the movie, she's basically a different Baba Yaga. So someone, because she's a part of the same family as John Wick apparently. So this one lady tells her like, oh yeah, your dad, he was like this version of the boogeyman that was like saving people. And then she's like, oh. She's like, yeah, he's really strong. He's really cool. So then now she's like, they're kind of like trying to tell her like, oh, be like the version of the boogeyman that saves people. I guess that's why in her first mission she's not supposed to kill. She's just supposed to like protect the girl. Also, they show like her training and shit, and like she keeps losing, and then her trainer's all like, you're not fighting like a girl. You need to fight like a girl, cause like he's bigger than you, he's stronger than you, so you have to like fight like a girl. So she starts kicking him in the nuts, and that's how she beats him.
Wow.
Yeah. So and then I shit you not, the ending song was the ending credit song was so annoying. It's literally saying, "Fight like a girl, fight like a
Oh
girl."
my god.
I was like, bro, get me
I
out of
don't
here.
know if you remember Aladdin, the live action that came out.
Nah.
But like there was a song that was like "Don't silence me, I'm a woman," blah blah. But the lyrics made it sound like fucking like I think it made like the chorus like silence or some shit. Like it was
Yeah.
basically saying like silence me, silence me.
Oh wow.
Like
So,
it was like literally the opposite of what the fucking thing was trying to invoke.
slip Latin the subliminal verses.
Yeah, like literally. And I remember watching it and I was like, "Whoa, no, not that's not what she means."
Yeah.
I think the chorus was literally like "silence me" or some shit like that, and like just repeated over and over. And it's like, no, don't do that. You're supposed to speak up.
Yeah, I thought we're gonna get. Of course, I thought we were gonna like see like her beginnings and stuff. I didn't think it was gonna take that long. Like it's literally like
the whole movie.
It's literally like an origin story to like a superhero, and I'm like, whoa, okay, I guess. And then like I also thought she was gonna be a Mary Sue, and I was down for that. You know, like
That's great.
I don't mind seeing a fucking girl boss kick ass and shit, but that's not what she was, bro. She gets her ass beat, and I guess I don't have a problem with that either. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. That's what the movie was, and it got me thinking like,
left and equal rights.
It got me thinking like, I loved The Force Awakens, right? Mm-hmm. This is what I was thinking of when I was watching this movie, or by the end of it. I was like, I love The Force Awakens. When that movie came out, I watched it like 4 times in theaters, and one of the biggest complaints people had was that Rey was a Mary Sue, right? Everything came naturally to her, like to a crazy point. To the point where like
I wouldn't say in the first one really.
Yeah, she has no Jedi training, and she doesn't even wave her hand, and she's able to Jedi mind trick people.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So like.
Yeah. I see it.
I don't. Even though that part was a little stretching it for me,
you
right?
Know what? If they introduced more of that, like in the beginning, like she's like a scoundrel.
Yeah.
You know, like she's like messing with pieces of the a Star Destroyer. What was she like digging into?
Yeah, the Star Destroyer.
Yeah. So, and then she goes to like sell it, right? And the guy was like, blah 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 blah, and she tries to like mind trick or do something, like with the Force. Then I'd be like, okay, cool. So she's had the Force for a while, for an undetermined amount of time, and she's been using it for little things.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what. If she does more stuff, I wouldn't be so surprised.
Yeah. So that goes into remember that previous point, the last time we were talking about Star Wars? How I was like, I hate how Force-sensitive people have no way of using the Force, and how that bugs me.
Yeah.
That's
like you. There's no way you try to reach. You never try to reach for a cup.
Yeah.
And was like, get a little
closer. Yeah. That's why I'm like, oh, that's why I don't mind Rey being a Mary Sue, because she's what I always wanted. I wanted a fucking character that was Force-sensitive, that didn't need to fucking be indoctrinated to the Jedi or the Sith. She's just a person that has Force abilities, and she might not be able to use them to the best of her ability, but she still has them, as opposed to not having them at all, and you're fucking Force sensitive. And the way it works in my head that she is so powerful with it is because, yeah, that's the balancing of the Force. She's getting like hella fucking strong because she's the vessel that it needs to be. And that's how I saw it. But that's what I was thinking by the end of Ballerina. I was like, yeah, Rey's fucking cool, and like, at least Rey from episode 7. Yeah. Just moving forward, they didn't know what they were doing.
They literally just lost their way.
Yeah. Like, they lost the plot.
They lost the plot.
Yeah.
9 was like, you know what? Fuck everything. And then 10 was like, wait. We heard you guys out.
Yeah.
We noticed that you don't like.
Let's backtrack.
Yeah, let's backtrack. Also, this is the last episode. Fuck, I don't know how to end it. Palpatine's back.
Yeah.
We're gonna have all the Jedis versus all the Sith at the same time. Like,
excuse me.
No, going way back, Persona 4 was having a revival thing. The first comment was like, y'all could have said fucking rewind. Like the whole thing of Persona 4 is that like it's about the TV realm. Like TV is like the whole thing. Like there's literally stacked TVs as like the fucking like.
I remember that stage in the fighting game.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, we're going back to it. Rewind was right there.
Yeah. And
they called it revival, and it's like,
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
When like
it's like something's like the perfect something's just perfect, and
Like, who's on your
your
marketing team,
side
bro?
miss it for real. Like, it's not somebody that speaks English apparently. So fucking. I think the funniest part about this trailer is that it was literally just the main character guy walking through the city,
Mhm.
and it's literally just everything we've seen before. Maybe a little bit more high graphic. I don't know. It looked exactly the same to me personally. I probably had my nostalgic lenses on, but there was no changes.
Mhm.
I was like, that's Persona 4. Are you gonna like do a side by side? Oh, the trailer's over. And then solo leveling, dog. You
It's not a video game.
you weren't on it, dog. But guess what? They made an app game.
Oh.
I was playing it. Remember I was talking about Haven City Market? There was a place next to it. They were doing like a collab thing.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
I was like, oh, what the fuck? Okay. I mean, I could go there and get whatever free shit that they have. So I did that. It was like stickers, something free on the app, and blah blah blah. I was like, fuck it, I'll try it. I was playing the game and I was like, fuck, this is pretty cool, but I definitely don't want to be playing this on my phone. I feel like it's gonna kill my phone too. Like it's kind of laggy, blah blah. Like I just don't have the shit for it.
Mhm.
Cool thought though. They're making that game into an actual console game, 4-player co-op,
Solo leveling?
squad leveling now, dog. We squatting up. So fucking.
PS5 or PS4?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Whenever these like trailers happen, depending on like which thing it happened on, fucking Nintendo Direct, Switch or PlayStation. What was it called? Like they had like a whole ass name. And then the Xbox One too. Like they every time they show something, they put their thing on it. They don't show like all the platforms it comes off on. It just shows the one thing. The only one that they probably showed multiple things, there's this guy named Jeff Keighley. He's like the guy who's trying to remake the whole E3 thing. He has like the Summer Games Fest or some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe that one showed more. Like every trailer was like, oh, it's gonna be on all these consoles.
Yeah.
But if you're watching the ones on the other channels, they're just like, what do you mean? Another console? I mean, it might be. It might be on there too. But Final Fantasy Tactics remastered.
No way.
Remastered.
Regular Tactics or Tactics Advanced on the Game Boy?
I don't know. It's just regular, I guess.
I think it's from there's a PlayStation game. I think that's Final Fantasy Tactics. Hey, but remaster, I'm down to play it. Sounds cool.
And then you could choose between both. The
I want-
remastered version and the older one.
I wanted to play. Not only have I been wanting to play like a Final Fantasy game, but like
There's so many right now.
I've been wanting to jump into a tactics game,
Mhm.
and like
It sounds like the perfect place. Why do I got a game for you?
it's just funny because like
Disgaea.
I almost wanted, yeah, I almost downloaded Disgaea, but I was like, I was almost like, I was about to be like, yeah, what's a good jumping on point to Final Fantasy? Like, what game?
I literally just saw a thing. They said that the very first, not tactics related, the very first game for Final Fantasy for somebody coming in right now, 10. They said that
The
it's
kid with the yellow
Yeah.
jacket and the blonde hair? Okay.
They said that 10 was the best thing to jump in. It's one of the best that aged better. It's the first one that has voice acting, so obviously there's the cringe points, but
Yeah.
overall, it's pretty cool. They said the story can't be beat, and then the the gameplay is better than if you were to jump in on an earlier title and had to deal with all the normal RPG elements. So that's what I heard.
Nice.
And then you backtrack to 9, and then I think from there it's kind of like 7.
And 7 has Vincent, right?
No,
What's his name?
Vincent's and I think it's a separate thing. It's fun.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, it's a whole separate thing.
That fool's badass.
Vincent Valentine.
Yeah, Vincent Valentine.
Yeah, such a he's like epitome of like fucking edgy.
Yeah.
Like he's like the word edgy was made for him. He got the fucking like 6-shooter. He has the fucking scarf. He has the red
Bro.
bandana.
Yeah,
Like,
he has the fucking metal arm.
yeah. Fucking
He's just
chop hair,
badass.
Yeah. Badass Vincent Valentine. Come on.
I think what I was trying to point out in the fucking in my Punisher review was that, like, imagine if Batman was like, yeah, I remember my mom and dad. They used to take me to the play all the time, and we used to always sit around and picnic and eat sandwiches. I just love my mom and dad. Can you imagine him saying that shit?
Yeah, I can.
That's crazy.
I could actually imagine literally any iteration of Batman saying that.
I could imagine him being like,
I could imagine Frank Miller's Batman saying that.
you're crazy, dog.
Like,
No, you can't.
I could literally imagine him sitting down, talking to like the little fucking girl that's like the size of his.
No, you can't, bro. I seen this motherfucker, like, he's talking to Nightwing, and he's like, I'm gonna take your girlfriend into custody. Nightwing's like,
and
nah,
fuck her too, and she's gonna put him on and put the moves on me.
pretty much. And Nightwing's like, nah, dog, that's my childhood girlfriend. I'm gonna go take her in.
He said our childhood.
His bell rings, and it's fucking Tim Drake, and Tim Drake's like, hey, Batman,
Can you stop fucking all the girls in the Batcave and come here?
we have a lead on this thing. Can I get your help? And then
Stop being horny.
Batman doesn't respond, right? And Nightwing's like, are you not gonna get that? And Bruce is like, what? Oh yeah, I need this help. Oh my god, bro, like, he's such a fucking dick, bro.
Such a horn dog.
He's such a horn dog, he's such a dick. I hate him. How you gonna make me hate Bruce? But dog, bro, like, Nightwing decks him, and I'm fucking so happy that he decks him.
Is the writer that was like, oh yeah, so then Bruce takes Catwoman.
Barbara Gordon.
No, takes Catwoman back to his mansion, and then they fuck, and he makes her come like 7 times. Count them, 7 times. It's like, dog, what are you?
She only has
happening?
2 lives left.
Yeah. Did you catch it? Right here on the circled frame, you can see Barbara Gordon, Catwoman, Selena Kyle, Wonder Woman. They were all done in by the Batman.
Top 10 Batman baddies.
Batman Batty.
Number 10, Selena Kyle. Come on, bro. What are we doing here, bro?
What are we doing here?
Yeah. I got into another movie franchise.
Not Solo Leveling though, because God forbid you watch something that both me and Angel are watching, and God forbid you and Angel watch something I watch, and God forbid.
I'm happy you guys are watching ReZero, dog. Like, this shit makes me happy. I was like, ReZero for like the first half of this decade, and you guys were like, nah. And now we're in the middle.
God forbid that you give us the same courtesy.
I watched Dan to Dan.
Did you finish it?
I'm watching One Piece.
Real quick, me and Wendy saw the Dan and Dan.
The movie?
Yeah, the Evil Eye.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a movie. It's a 3-episode premiere.
Oh, that's tight.
So we're watching it, and like, you would think it's tight, bro.
It sucks.
I'll tell you, I had a pretty bad experience. Like, off the rip. So everything looks great. The animation's wonderful. Me and Wendy already saw the story. We're watching it again.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, we read the manga, so we know what's happening. So we're watching this shit, but there's no intro.
Oh, wow.
So it's literally like documentary, or not documentary, but like interview with the fucking co-director and the director of the Dead and Den, and they're just talking about it. And the co-director like does not want to be there,
Mm-hmm.
and the director is like there, and he's like nerding out on like certain things. And then he's like a closed fucking clam at the rest of it. So like, I don't know, dog. It was just kind of like weird watching this shit. It's like talking to those people in high school that you're like, that they're like kind of in the group, but they're not in the group, and it's like, who are all these people? Like, why am I here? And I don't want to finish this conversation at all. So that's happening, and then out of nowhere it cuts, and then the fucking the show starts, and it's like, oh, no introduction, no nothing. Okay, all right, well, we're in it. Everything happens, and then since these are 3 episodes, the cut between episodes do that whole like 5-second recap thing, but like from a different point of view.
Yeah.
So like you see some shit happen, and then you're like, okay. Then the next scene is the thing happening again, and you're like, okay, like I know what's happening. I don't like it though. You could, you guys had the opportunity to stitch this together seamlessly, and then had us be even more happy when we watch it again, like on like Crunchyroll or Netflix or wherever it comes out on, and be like, oh look, there's an added little scene, you know, like a little extra 5 second tidbit. Like now I feel like I didn't waste my time watching it there and then seeing it here.
I hope it doesn't go to Netflix, bro. That's annoying.
I think it's already on Netflix.
Because this is what I hate. This is what's annoying about JoJo right now. Parts 1 through 5 were all on Crunchyroll. They were also all on Netflix, but it wasn't.
Crunchyroll's a weird thing about their language though. Like there's shows that have an English dub and they choose not to have it on there.
Yeah, they do. But here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. Netflix having JoJo is cool in some regards because, damn, dude, it's so hard trying to watch uncensored JoJo. And it's like, what the fuck? Why is Jotaro pulling out blackness, like just pitch dark nothingness, and like putting it up to his mouth? It's a cigarette, dog.
Mm-hmm.
We can see a cigarette. Why are you blacking that out? So stupid. Anyways, with the Netflix, with part 6, it went to exclusively to Netflix. So now they cuss. There's F-bombs left and right, bro. I've never heard so many F-bombs in JoJo before. I was like, what the hell? And I'm like, whoa, okay, that's pretty cool. But it's exclusive to Netflix. So it's like, damn, bro, what if I don't got Netflix no more?
How am I gonna watch? Expensive as hell.
Yeah, well, how am I gonna watch JoJo Part 6 when I do my fucking next rewatch? Because that's what I do. I just stay rewatching my.
Ball Run, dog. It's coming out.
I just stay rewatching my favorite shows, bro. I've probably watched JoJo in its entirety like 3 times.
And you haven't seen a single episode of Soul Leveling. You didn't finish Den and Den. You haven't fucking watched any of the fucking romance animes I recommended. No,
I'm
gonna have to watch those.
I'm gonna gush about One Piece real quick. In the
Alabaster. I don't know if that's gonna be quick. But...
Alabaster arc, right? There's this thing called the Baroque Works. There's Mr. like 5, 4, 3.
Beast.
There's a guy named Mr. 2, right? He's a fucking he fights in this style called "Oh Come My Way Kempo," right? I just looked up the just for like to do some extra research for the cast. I looked up "Oh Come My Way Kempo," and apparently I think its actual Japanese translation is cross-dresser Kempo. Yeah, it's pretty funny because he's a gay man. He's a cross-dresser in some sense. He has the ability, if he touches you with his right hand to your face, he can copy your face. And he's like a master of disguise. So like, he'll like put your clothes on that look like you so he can like impersonate you, right?
Zorak, you said.
The lower number you are, the stronger you are in this Baroque Works company, right?
I think I remember you talking about that Zorro thing when we were younger.
Yeah. I definitely told you guys. And I probably already talked about it on the podcast too. But I'm just traumatized. So,
yeah. That's funny.
Bro.
I just turned into Zorro.
I get chills, bro.
Like a big ass Zorro.
Oh
right
my
here.
god. Yeah, so then
It's funny because if you picture it in person, you actually just see a furry.
Yeah.
Like it's like there's no way other to put it. It's literally just a furry.
With the ponytail. He has a ponytail, bro.
No, he's like literally like his design is definition for your furry.
That's funny. Okay, so Mr. 2, right? This is when I knew he was a badass. Because, like, he's out here talking like, I'm Mr. 2. And I'm like, what? But then Mr. 1 gets introduced, right? He's like this big-ass dude. He has, like, a shaved head. And, like, he could turn into a blade and shit. Like, he could turn his hands into blades and his feet into blades and shit. So he starts...
The T-1000?
Yeah. I think he tells Mr. 2 to shut up or something. Because Mr. 2 is always, like, singing and talking and shit. And Mr. 2 fucking punches him. And I was like, whoa, okay. And then, like, oh, this motherfucker's tight. He punches the shit out of him. Like, I think he punches him through, like, they're chilling in a bar. They're, like, meeting up at a bar, and he punches him through a hole in the bar. Like, and him punching him makes a hole in the bar. So then, a couple of episodes down the line, they're, like, driving in a caravan or some shit. Or, like, they're on, like, on a camel-drawn caravan or something, whatever's. And, everyone's, like, trying to get along because, they're all on the same team, but they just, like, they kind of hate each other. And DOS Bones says something like, "Man, you're fucking annoying," right? And then Mr. 2 changes into DOS Bones' face. He's like, "You're fucking annoying." And then DOS Bones like, "When the hell did you touch my face?" He's like, "You don't remember, fool? It's when I punched you." And I was like, "Damn, Mr. 2 is fucking cool, bro." And then he meets the Straw Hat crew before he's like even introduced as Mr. 2, and he hangs out with them. So then,
touches all their faces.
Yeah, he does. He literally touches all their faces, and then so later on, he like each member of the Straw Hat crew in Alabasta, they have to fight one of these members, right? One of these they're called
the 13 Core Guard Squad.
Nah, I don't know. Fuck it. Who cares? They've had to fight these people. So like Zoro fights Mr. 1 and Sanji fights Mr. 2. And Zoro's battle, since Mr. 1 is technically the strongest of them, Zoro's battle is pretty tough. But
Blade Guy versus Blade Guy?
Yeah. Zoro has to fight the living Blade Man.
Who would have fucking guessed?
And I read this shit in the manga too, so like when I was a kid.
And then you got a paper cut because there's so many blades.
Because like I didn't like One Piece as a kid, but like seeing the fucking title like swordsman versus like living Blade Man, it got me intrigued, and I actually read that battle. Sadly enough, I didn't read anything about Mr. 2 in those comics.
I like titles like that.
What?
The fucking like that. Like Swordman versus Living Sword.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
It's pretty badass, huh?
Yeah. What I don't like is Zabuza dies. I think it was One Piece. There was like a fucking like a mom watching it or something, and like the fucking intro card was like blah 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 dies. And she's like, "Oh my god, I hope you'll be okay."
Oh yeah, it's that one guy. I watched this with my mom. He's like watching Naruto and some shit. Yeah, it's just funny as hell. Yeah, freaking pretty much everyone, all those people that they beat up, including the leader of Baroque's works, Mr. Zero Crocodile, they all get like imprisoned, right? So then the Straw Hat crew's like trying to get away from the country, but like they're also being like chased by the Navy at the same time, right? So like as they're getting away, Mr. 2's right there with his peeps, and he's still alive, or he's still like even though he just got beat up by Sanji, he's like he finds out who the rest of them are, and he's like, "Oh, you guys are cool." So he dresses up like Luffy and puts Luffy's face on, and then his people, like his pirate gang, they all they all dress up like the other crew members, and they're sitting ducks for the Navy, and the Navy captures them. And he's like, he puts his face back, he's like, I tricked you guys. And yeah, when he does he has this one kick, right, where he goes, "Oh, come my way, memoirs of a summer's day." It's just funny as hell. I'm like, memoirs of a summer's day, what is this fool talking about? And then so yeah, like a couple of arcs later, you know, like time goes on. That was probably like episode 200 or whatever's, or with almost leading up to 200. I'm on episode 400 and whatever's, right? And he's like, Luffy's trying to break his brother out of prison, and he's meeting all these like people he fought in the past that are in prison now, like Captain Buggy and Mr. 3 and shit. And then they free Mr. 2 because like Captain Buggy and Mr. 3 are like, they only care about themselves, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're only gonna help you because it benefits us," and then we're dipping. But then they happen upon Mr. 2, and Mr. 2's like, "What? Straw Boy's here, I need to go help him." And then they free him, and he starts helping Luffy throughout the rest of this arc. And like, I read the beginning of this arc too as a kid, because the headline caught me. It was because I stopped reading after that Alabasta.
Boy helps Luffy. No. I gotta watch this.
No. It said prison break. Luffy needs to break his brother out of prison. I'm like, oh shit, that sounds cool as fuck. So like, I was reading that. I didn't get too far though, for whatever reason. Like, you know, sometimes I stopped collecting it, or I didn't get to catch that month's fucking issue or whatever.
Wasn't that the time where you were going to the library?
Yeah, I think so. To read them, and I wasn't actually like fucking buying them no more. Yeah, I think so. So this is my first time finally able to like to fully embrace this arc. And yeah, there's One Piece-isms. You know, like One Piece is really fire, and it's also like really stupid sometimes. Like, is the comedic relief at the beginning of Impel Down is just like, it's too much. And like, we got Magellan, he's a badass, but we're introduced to the Warden, and this motherfucker has IBS.
Irritable bowel syndrome?
Yeah, the
Fucking episode, like, well, 4 Naruto.
yeah, this motherfucker spends most of his time shitting
Shit.
and being on the toilet, and
I'm
that's why.
talking about with One Piece, dog. You guys hype it up so much, and then there's scenes like this.
Yeah, it gets annoying, bro. I get tired of it. There's this one character that pays off. His name is Hannibal. He wears like a pharaoh headdress and shit, and like he's always saying his thoughts out loud, and he has a real good payoff. Like he's always like, "I'm gonna be the warden." Oh, did I say that out loud? Or he's like, "Oh, this girl's really hot. She's just my type." Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud? He ends up being a pretty cool badass, and he fights Luffy, and he gets his ass kicked, but it's pretty tight. But anyways, Mr. Two, Mr. Two comes in clutch, bro. The warden has poison powers. He literally like he beats Luffy, and he leaves him on the brink of death, and Mr. Two saves him, and like takes him to these people that can heal him and shit. And like he's just been clutch this whole time. And like they meet this guy named Emporio Ivankov, and he's like literally Dr. Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show. And he's the queen of the queers, literally his title, right? So One Piece has made me cry already. Nami's backstory made me cry. Certain other backstories I think also got me to tear up a bit. But at this point in the story, no one's died, bro. Like people and people's backstories die, but people in the current time don't die.
Literal plot development.
Yeah, like Usopp will get struck by lightning by literally their god, and he's still alive. I'm like, this guy is a nail. He's like supposed to be the god of this place, and he strikes this motherfucker with lightning, and he fucking survives.
Yeah.
The weakest character, Usopp. I'm like, Usopp is. They say he's a normal human, but this motherfucker be tanking everything. So yeah, these motherfuckers, no one dies, and and I know spoilers for the show, so like I already know who actually does die. Yeah. But I don't know about Mr. Two though.
He has a plot armor fruit.
For real, I'm a plot man. I eat the plot fruit. I have plot armor. So basically, it gets to this point where like, dude, they're trying to. They didn't save Ace. Ace is already getting sent off to execution. And now they're just trying to get the fuck out of there so they can fucking go help him. And now Luffy has like the Revolution Army members that were in prison on his side, and he has all these other fucking prisoners that's on his side. He has he has Crocodile, he has Jinbei, one of the 7 warlords of the sea. Crocodile is also one of those too, but they're both like removed from their title. And it's like this crazy ass battle, bro. Like that shit is tense. And they barely make it out by the skin of their teeth. Like Jinbei, the shark man, Crocodile, Buggy, and Das Bones, Mr. One, they all go and hijack a Navy vessel, right? That's like almost gone, and it's fucking crazy. Like it's a cool ass scene, and like Jinbei kind of tells Luffy that to just jump in the water, which is kind of suicide because anybody with devil fruit powers can't swim. But he tells them to trust them, so they do, right? And Emporio Ivankov, his head's like huge, and his body's like kind of formatted to it, but he's a big ass person. So he one of his like striking moves is he winks, and it like causes like explosions and shit because he's like a queer guy. So like boom, everyone gets on Emporio's head and he winks and they blast out the fucking gate of Impel Down as they're almost about to get killed by the warden, and then they land into the water and these like fucking whale sharks save them because like I guess Jinbei has like Aquaman powers to talk to fish or whatever. So Mr. Two was standing right there with them, right? When that happened. But you don't see him anymore after that. No, you just, like, he was standing.
Oh, he's just not there anymore.
Yeah, he's not there anymore. Like, he's standing with everybody, but when everyone gets on Emporio's head, like, that's the last time you see him. I don't even think you see him get on the head.
Even mention him? Does he go like, all right, come on, Mr. Two, what the fuck?
This is the crazy part. So, like, Luffy knows Mr. Two, and he because there's times where characters show up again, and they're like, you remember me, Luffy? I tried to kill you. And Luffy's like, I don't remember you. Right? When Luffy gets reintroduced to Mr. Two, he's about to get killed. Yeah, Mr. Two pops in, and he saves Luffy, right? But when he saves him, he puts Zoro's face on. So then when he removes it, he's like, just kidding, it's me, Mr. Two. And Luffy's like, whoa, I really wish it was actually Zoro, but you're cool too, I guess. That's what he says, right? But then, bro, I'm saying, like, he comes in so clutch throughout this whole fucking arc right here. And then, yeah, so everyone gets put to safety, and they all get on the boat, right? And there's still more Navy fleets that they have to like dodge. They're like dodging their fucking cannons and shit, their cannon fire. And like, there's this thing called the Gate of Justice. There's like 4 of them, right?
Gate of Justice.
They're big ass fucking gates. And like, they're like, oh shit, how are we gonna get through this fucking? We didn't even plan to get through the gate. All they planned so far was to get the Navy vessel and like get to the next area. And get to the next area, but they didn't plan for the fucking the gate, how to open the Gate of Justice, right? So they're like, oh shit, what the hell? Fuck. And then the Navy people are like, yeah, they think they're gonna open that shit? Nah, they're gonna crash right into that motherfucker. And then so like they're like, oh fuck, what are we gonna do? They don't know what to do. They're about to die. The gate opens up, and they're just like, whoa, how did this happen? Like, you don't know how the fuck this motherfucker opened up. And we last saw Magellan, the warden, right, standing in the gate, like the opening of the entrance to the Impel Down, the prison. And he's standing there, and he's like, what the hell's going on? Who opened the gate? Magellan's all like, man, who the hell opened it? I'm gonna go check. And then we get to a cut of other things happen, like it'll go back to the crew, to like the Navy vessel going through the gate and shit. It cuts back to the control room of like who's controlling the gate, and Magellan is there. And
I already know that.
Yeah, and he's telling the people, open the gate. And they're like, are you sure? He's like, yes, I'm positive.
I'm 1000% positive. HIV positive to be exact.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Luffy realizes, damn, wait, where's Mr. 2? And at this point, I'm kind of like thinking, yeah, where is Mr. 2? And then like Jinbei's like, I'm sorry, Luffy. And Luffy's like, no, are you serious? And then boom, we get back to the control room, and Magellan, the real Magellan, pops through the door, and he's all like, close the gate. And then Mr. 2 is like, yes, close it. And he's like, oh, should I close it? And he's like, and then like he kind of does like a Looney Tunes Bugs Bunny, like it's rabbit season, no, it's Doug season with Magellan. And then like they kind of don't know what to do, so then they actually do close the gate, and then fucking Mr. 2 goes, oh, come my way, memoirs of a desert kingdom. And he fucking kicks the shit out of the control panel, and the gate's closed now that they actually can't go help them because they've permanently closed the gate. And I was like, whoa. And I even caught the little reference. Instead of saying Summer's Day, he said Desert Kingdom, because that's where he met Luffy and his crew in the Desert Kingdom. I was like, of Alabasta. I was like, oh, that's pretty fire. So then Jinbei reveals to Luffy that Mr. 2 had called him on the transponders now, and he had told him the plan. He was going to go disguise himself as Magellan and freaking open the gate for them. But that means he has to stay behind. And he knew Luffy wouldn't want him to like leave him behind like that. So he just said, he's like, don't worry, don't tell him anything. He's like, swans never die and they never say goodbye. And at this point, bro, like, even though I know like these characters don't die in this show, like no one's died yet in real time. And I'm just thinking like, I know this motherfucker might survive this shit, because like even Ivankov, because apparently no one can survive Magellan's poison, but Luffy survived it thanks to Ivankov. But that's because like it was a special condition, right? But Ivankov gets covered in this shit, and he gets up and he survived too. So I'm like, these motherfuckers ain't dying. But I'm like, this is literally Mr. 2. Even if he doesn't die and he's just like in prison still, like I don't know, like it's still really just fucking sad at this point. And I'm like, oh fuck, and I feel a tear come down my face, dog. I'm like, oh, I'm so invested into Mr. 2 at this point. Like even if he doesn't die, I'm still crying right now. Like, I'm so emotional.
Does he have a One Piece deck?
Huh?
Does he have a One Piece deck?
No, but I have a card of him, right?
Oh.
And I'm already a fan of him, right? And it's funny because like his card's super powerful. And one time I went to Collectible Card Exchange, like when I got out of work, and I bought.
Shout out to homie.
Yeah. And I bought 3 packs, right, of EBO1, and they were like $8 each.
It's so weird, the names.
Yeah, they're abbreviated.
EBO1.
It was called Extra Booster 01, I think.
Yeah. Like imagine we were calling like the Yu-Gi-Oh sets that. Hey, you got a
Dawn.
PF.
SDON, Strike of Neos.
Yeah.
You have PTDN, Phantom Darkness.
Yeah.
You have LODT, Light of Destruction.
Mm-hmm. Or LOD. Or no, LOB.
LOB, Legend of Blue Eyes. Yeah. You got MRD, Metal Raiders.
Yeah, first edition.
GNF, Generation Force.
Just keep going on. 20 minutes later.
30 minutes later.
I like the Part Fools podcast where they talked about Yu-Gi-Oh sets from.
Bro, I took these packs. I walked them all the way up back to the bus stop, and I opened them at the bus stop, right? And I pulled the $40 Mr. 2 card. I was like, oh my god, I got my card I needed. I was so happy. Yeah, dude, it's like him doing a karate chop in his prison outfit, and I'm like, I haven't even got to that part of the anime yet, and I'm just like, this just looks cool. And like there's alternate arts, and there's an alternate art of him in Nami's face and Nami's body, and he's all like, you know.
No, what is he doing?
Nah, he's doing something.
Damn gooner. Goddamn anime gooners, though.
I was trying to think, like, does he even do this in anime? And he does. He like seduces one of the he seduces the vice warden with that shit. But back to the main plot, bro. Homie is sacrificing himself, and Magellan's like, you crafty motherfucker. He's just like bewildered, and he goes, he like picks him up. He's all like talking shit to him, and Mr. 2's talking back, and then Jinbei throws the transponder snail to Luffy, and he's like, it's still live. It's still active, which means Mr. 2's still alive on the other end. And so Luffy puts he turns it on, and he's like, Bankure. His name is Bankure, right? And he's like, Bankure, you got it. He's like, please be alive. Like, he's like, I would have never let you leave yourself behind like that. And like, he's being held by the warden, right? And then Bankure's not saying anything. He doesn't want to like worry him or like say goodbye, because swans never die and they never say goodbye. And I'm just like, god damn it, bro, like this shit's sad as hell, and it's getting to me, and I'm like, fuck, and he just won't say anything, and everyone's like, come on, Bond, be okay, Mr. 2, Bond, and he just won't say anything. And then it gets to the point where I think he does say something, I already forgot. But it was pretty emotional. And then Luffy and everyone on the ship, like all these prisoners and all these Revolutionary Army people are all crying. And they're just bawling their tears out. And I'm like, fuck, I'm crying at this point. And then like, it's so badass. I think Magellan crushes the transponder stone. He gets rid of it somehow. And then he looks at Mr. 2 and he drops him. And he goes, you're going to die for all this. Any last words? And Mr. 2 goes, come at me. And I'm like, oh my god. And then Magellan throws a punch and it cuts, bro. It goes back to Luffy and they're just crying. I'm like, ain't no fucking way, dog. Like, his fate is uncertain to me at this point. I really don't know what happens to him. I know that I don't have any cards of him post Impel Down. So that's kind of a bad sign. He might actually be dead. And if he's really dead, that's really sad. And I'm really sad. And fuck. And if he's alive, damn it, bro, why did they not kill any characters? Like, does everyone have to, not everyone needs to survive. Like, some people, like, it kind of defeats the purpose of his sacrifice at that point. Because, like, he didn't die, so, like, it didn't really matter. But, nonetheless, he didn't need to die for me to cry, and that's what matters. Like, that shit was emotional as fuck. It was pretty crazy. And I didn't think, like, I could get to that point again, emotionally. And I'm glad it happened.
I'm waiting for Mr. 2 squared. Mr. 2 to the second power.
But yeah, I just had to talk about one of my favorite side characters of One Piece real quick. And like,
sometimes that's all you need in a show. It's a good side character.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, the main course is all nice and all, but there's nothing about the sides.
There was these characters, like there was these fat guys with long hair and stupid glasses in one of the arcs. It's called Sky Island. And like this motherfucker would go, and it was pretty annoying. And I would do that shit at work and stuff, and like it's just so annoying. Mr. 2, even though
you're annoying at work.
Yeah. Mr. 2, even though he was like kind of annoying at first, but you know, he proves himself to be a badass. Nah, that's my new thing now. I'll be saying, come with me, memoirs of a summer's day. I'll be saying that shit all the time now. I love it. Mr. 2, R.I.P.
Bye, Ivan. Swans never say goodbye, and they never die.
Exactly. That's going to be my new sign-off. Not for the cast, but like I ditch you guys.
But I ditch you guys. Would that be a goodbye?
Yeah, technically. when I run across the street and I don't tell you guys?
Beast of Reincarnation was the name of the GameFreak game.
Oh, wow. Sounds satanic.
Silent Hill F. Very. It's kind of funny seeing a Silent Hill game just being made.
Modern day.
Like, yeah, modern day. Post what the fuck they did to PT, because that's just crazy. It's crazy. Like, they literally lost, like, one of their, like, top people. And now that guy's, like, doing his own games without, like, any restrictions. Remember you talked about that before? How,
Yeah.
like sometimes
You need the restrictions.
These restrictions, yeah, because
they go balls to the wall. Or they just make stupid decisions, dude.
You know what he literally just had happen? He had a testing of his new game. You know that like walking simulator he basically had with Norman Reedus?
Yeah.
What was that shit called? I don't remember. Fucking
Death Stranding?
Yeah, so yeah, he had Death Stranding 2 playtest happen, right?
Uh-huh.
You know what happened? People fucking loved it. They were having the time of their life, and he took all that fucking reviews and like praise, and he said, "We have to start over." People like it.
He's trying to make it bad or what?
He said, if everybody liked it, then that means that it's already mainstream.
Wow.
That means that it's already like...
Talk about the punk mentality, bro.
Like, he said it literally, like... he says it's already mainstream, it's not weird enough, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, let's just start over. I don't know how over he is going to restart, but... he's definitely going to do something different than what people have playtested.
Nathan from The Waves made a song called I Want to Meet Dave Grohl. And some people actually say, you know what, I hope he never meets Dave Grohl because that wouldn't be punk. Who says that? Let him meet his fucking hero. Who cares, bro? What the hell? Damn.
And it's just like, I don't know. It's funny how like PT was like the final straw, and basically he was like, all right, bye Konami. But then like seeing this kind of stuff, it's like you kind of see what Konami had to deal with when they were like working with them, you know?
For real.
They were like, hey, how's that new Metal Gear Solid game going? Oh, I have this guy and he could breathe cake. And it's like, how about you don't put that guy in there? Okay. Well, what about this guy? His name's Mantis and he could control like your controller. That sounds great. Let's do that. Fine. But I'm gonna make
Are you talking about Kojima?
Yeah, Kojima.
Oh, wow.
I'm talking about Kojima like half the time.
I didn't know that. I thought you were talking about Silent Hill people.
Well, he was gonna make the original PT.
What's PT?
It stood for playable trailer, but it was actually for Silent Hill, and it had Norman Reedus, Kojima, Guillermo del Toro, and Junji Ito was supposed to be like the.
Now that I know you're actually talking about Kojima, I'm like, yeah, he would be the type of motherfucker to be like, yeah, my game's too mainstream now. I need to make it.
He literally had playtests for his newest game coming out.
That's crazy.
They were just like, it's too good. I hate it.
Norman Reedus is in the Ballerina.
Really?
Yeah. When he popped up, I forgot, because I saw the trailer, I forgot he was in here. And I was like, oh shit, Norman Reedus. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, Norman Reedus is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And then he's just gone for the rest of the movie, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Riding a motorcycle somewhere.
You made me That's like...
hilarious. Norman Reedus and John Wick in the same movie?
Right? And I'm like, yeah, he's cool as fuck. He had like a badass shotgun.
I think they had a little, I don't know if it was a show, but they did something where they were riding motorcycles together.
That's funny. Oh yeah, well, Keanu Reeves likes to ride motorcycles, so
they're both motorcycle enthusiasts.
Yeah.
So they were just having fun. I don't remember what it was for though. But I just remember they were doing it. Both top contenders for people's dream Ghost Rider pick. Not mine. But they're there.
Yeah, not mine either.
Nah, can't picture it.
Ron Perlman. No, I'm just kidding.
The old Ron Perlman.
His voice would be badass,
His
but...
voice would be cool. I mean, he'll be mostly CGI during the movie, I guess.
Bro.
He could be a Vengeance.
Man, when I was vegan, I was watching UFC fights, right, one night. And I think it was a pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. And, like, I was so hyped for this pay-per-view. And, like, I'm just, like, vegan and fucking starving and not really anything too bombskis to eat at the moment. Because, like, you could make bombski shit, right? Mm-hmm. But do I really have the energy to make something really bomb right now? I'm just trying to watch these fights.
Teach you how to eat a rice maker.
No, yeah, I would make that shit. That shit was
Yeah.
fire. But like I remember this day, like I was too tired to do anything, and I'm just watching these fights, and then UFC started doing this thing where like they would pop up people's tweets in the corner. They still do it to this day,
Yeah.
but it started happening during the pandemic, and people like tweets will pop up, and I don't know who it was, but somebody had tweeted and they posted it to the bottom of the fight, and this guy said, Saturday night UFC fights, and I got $50 worth of Taco Bell. It's a good night. I'm like, God damn, bro, Taco Bell sounds so good right
You gordito.
now. Cheesy gordita crunch. You already know what I'm talking about.
Goddamn loco taco.
I forgot where I was going with that. Anyways, I guess like, man, sometimes you get some bomb ass fast food and you just watch what your fucking favorite sports event or whatever is, and you're just having a good old
I
time.
feel like I can't do that much anymore.
No.
I've had like I've like it seems like a nasty food type of day. I'll get my fucking Carl Jr. or something, and I just start munching it. I'm like, shouldn't have done any of this.
Yeah.
We just had
If I eat too much, yeah.
Wasn't bad. I
Yeah.
don't feel shitty.
What's it called?
If I had the Jack in the Box instead, I'd feel.
I was about to like suggest that.
Yeah.
And I was like
going around it. I was like, I really don't want something like that.
By the time we were walking back to your car, I was about to be like, Jack in the Box, and I was like, no.
It makes me feel like shit, bro.
Yeah.
And let me just dial back to that fucking Carl Jr. thing. There's a new one open by my house.
Oh yeah, I've
We're
seen
like,
it.
okay, let's try it out. We go to it. Fucking immediate crackhead. Immediately he starts looking at rocks and shit. And he's like picking them up and he's like putting them in his fucking pocket. He's just walking around yelling.
You gotta be protected, bro.
We're literally just in the car like, oh my.
You need these rocks in your pocket sometimes.
Just don't. Just fucking. Why are you walking closer?
Better to have it and not use it
walking closer
than to need it and not have it.
And then I had the food and it tasted like fucking soap. And it's like, what were you guys doing? Like, I wasted money on this thing. The fucking shake was ass. Like, everything was ass. And it's like, y'all just opened? Y'all have, like, the newest supplies to be making the best fucking shit possible right now.
They probably don't have a good enough staff right now.
They probably have, like, people, like, day ones.
Yeah.
They probably have day one people. And that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, one time I was watching UFC, and it was like years after the fact. And there's like this deep ass voice that's all like, tonight's main event, UFC, Vegas. We find out who's really the undisputed champion. The lightweight interim champion faces the blah 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 blah. This voice is fucking immaculate, right? It's a really cool voice. And one day I saw it. Announcer voice, Ron Perlman. I was like, this was Ron Perlman the whole fucking time?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even tell. And that just goes to show you, like,
Who is Slade?
that motherfucker's a good ass fucking voice actor. Like, I know his deep ass voice, you know, he's Hellboy and all that shit. I did not know this motherfucker was the UFC voice. It's like he used a totally different deep voice than his normal deep voice. It's crazy. I don't know. It's wild.
There's a new game coming out too. I saw the trailer recently. Apparently the trailer's been out for a while, and there was like a demo that I was looking up and I couldn't find. I really wanted to play it, but the core element of the game is simple. It's one of those games where you're like the dispatcher, like you get told, hey, there's a cat stuck in a tree. You get the fucking like person, and you send them, right?
Hobo simulator.
No, but like, no, they kind of turn it on the head by making a superhero dispatch thing. So it opens up the story. Aaron Paul. Fucking, yeah, science, bitch.
Science, bitch.
Oh, yeah, that's better. Science, bitch. I don't know, I had a little sass in mind. A little South Park.
Yeah, Mr. White. Science, bitch.
Fucking, my name is Skylar White, yo. My husband's Walter White, yo. So fucking, it opens up to Aaron Paul. So his character is a, you know, the Hydra Stomper.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that kind of mech suit where it's like a bulkier mech suit. He's essentially like a failed Iron Man. He had the suit. Something happened during the job. The suit got destroyed and he can't rebuild it because I think it was his father's.
Oh
So
wow.
fucking now he's like just down in the dumps. He's like depressed and shit. He doesn't have a suit, but he's gonna do superhero shit by dispatching the teams and blah blah. And then there's like this like really preppy superhero girl that's giving off like a little bit like I want to fuck you kind of vibes to Aaron Paul's character. And she's like, okay, yeah, this is the office, blah, blah. She's like showing off the team a little bit. The team's like, obviously superhero people. So it's like some big buff Hawaiian dude. Some fucking like, I don't, fuck, I don't remember. There's a bat dude. And then there's like a fucking like, people just like look different. Kind of
Sounds
My
pretty
Hero
cool
Academia.
so far.
Kind of My Hero Academia vibes. But not the childish part. Just like the world, how like people look weird.
Yeah.
But there's not a guy like made out of a fucking dishwasher. But
or a guy holding his fucking eyeballs with his hands.
Yeah, no Pan's Labyrinth shit going on so far. So fucking everything's like it's like I'm enthralled. I'm telling you this because I'm actually like into the story and I want to play this game.
Yeah, it sounds cool so far.
He like as she's like showing him around the office, she's like and that guy over there, he has really good hearing. I think his name was, and he's like, Jeff, or like whatever his fucking name was. And she's like, yeah, that's right. Like to kind of show some shit, like the comedy is like there, like that's the comedy. So then fucking he goes to the bathroom, and then the fucking Hawaiian dude that you saw earlier, he stands next to him, takes up like the entire fucking stall. And then Aaron Paul's character's like, what the f-? Like, what the hell's happening? So he like shakes his thing and like walks away. He's like, the guy's trying to talk to him. He's like, hey, first day on a job, huh? Blah, blah, this and that. My name's Royd. And then Aaron Paul's character's like, Royd as in steroid? And he's like, no, because my name's Roy and, well, they call me Royd because, like, is that what it is about? And then he shakes his fucking like pants and shit and like pulls it up and he's like still talking to Aaron Paul's character. It's like they're shooting the shit basically, but Aaron Paul's character is like the whole like depressive kind of thing. And you have a choice because it's the same guys who made the Telltale games. So as he's talking, you choose how you reply. So you could be like, introverted or extroverted somehow. There's not really extroverted options, I don't think, because of who the character is. But there's like this whole scene where he like doesn't wash his hands. And Aaron Paul's like he like puts his hands out for a handshake, and Aaron Paul's the character is like, "What the fuck? I'm not shaking that." And the guy's like, "What? Look, I just shake like this. No touching nothing."
Was he Red Guardian?
Basically, yeah, kind of those vibes. And then some guy like coming into the bathroom too. He's like trying to squeeze past. So like I don't know, everything just feels alive in the universe. And then she shows you this dude. He's like a little short black dude, white hair. And then Aaron Paul's character basically calls him like a black Einstein. And like just for your imagination, that's how he looks. But he's like super foul mouthed. He says like fucking bitch every 5 seconds, like every other word. And then he's like super familiar with Aaron Paul's character, and he's like, "What the hell? Like, who the hell are you?" And he's like, "What? You saying you can't recognize me?" He's like, "What if I did this?" And he does like a fucking like a flash pose, like a running pose. And he's like, "What? Whatever, like quick something. What happened to you?" He's like, "Well, apparently when I ran, I sped up my own age."
Damn.
At the same time. I didn't realize it until it was too late. And then he's like, oh shit. He's like, yeah, that's why I'm here at the call center. Can't run no more, but I can still do this. So fucking... Then that's kind of like where the game starts. You get the headset, the girl talks to you. She introduces you to who the guys are. It's like a bat dude. You have like a Suicide Squad team, basically. You have
that's
like,
pretty cool.
You have like criminals that you have to like talk to and...
It reminds me of the Jake Gyllenhaal movie where he's like a fucking he's a detective that keeps getting in trouble, so he has to work the call center.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like the LA fires going on.
Mm-hmm.
The LA fires from like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
and then like he gets
Not the ones from right now.
not the ones that happened like a
Yeah.
few months ago, the older ones. And then like he has
He
to
goes to another room and shit.
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
That shit's crazy. That's a crazy ass movie. And it gets like the person he's like trying to help. They start off in Los Angeles and they make their way all the way to San Bernardino. It's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. So then fucking that's where they kind of showed the gameplay. So all that was the story and that was the fucking gameplay. And that like you're basically looking at the computer and then everybody has like voice lines like the entire time. And you know Moist Critical?
Yeah.
That motherfucker's the bat.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Hey, what's up guys? I'm the bat.
Yeah.
So
like you could tell it's it because people they're like the comments were like, is that bat fucking Moist Critical? That bat sounds like Moist Critical. And
what's his
then
name? Charlie?
Yeah. And at the end, like he's credited. It's a fucking like it's a pretty good cast. Let me see here. Moist Critical, Jacksepticeye, Matt Mercer, fucking basically like his whole D&D group's in there. Fucking Alana Pierce, Aaron Paul, like it's just it looks cool. It gives off like Invincible vibes, the art style, but 3D modeled. So like you know how like, Invincible kind of looks like PowerPoint and shit. This one doesn't look like that. It's since they're all 3D modeled, like everything just kind of works. And then who's the one that says that? It just works. Tim, the guy who makes like Skyrim. the guy who made Skyrim basically came up and he was just like, it just works. And then it cuts to all the fucking bugs that happen in the game. But anyway, it gives you like snippets of like more shit that happens throughout the story, and everything's just cool. On the gameplay side, it's like, oh, this person has their balloon in a tree who he's sending, and in my head I'm like, send the bitch with the fucking wings, because there's like an extra thing that says don't make the kid cry. So it's like if you send the bat, obviously he's gonna be able to get it, but he's gonna make the kid cry. So you want to send this bitch to do it instead, because she's mean, but she's not gonna make the kid cry. She's gonna fly and blah blah blah. So fucking once you send them, basically there's like a dice roll, and there's like a little, how do you say it, like a graph. You know those graphs are like there's like points where it's like agility, strength, endurance, blah blah blah. It's like those kind of like pointed graphs where like people are just better doing that one thing than another. Yeah. And the task fall into a separate part of that. So if your guy is more aligned to what the task is asking for, there's a higher likelihood that it's gonna be success. But if it's a failure, it'll be like the bat failed to like catch up to the boat or blah blah, and he's like, oh well, told you not to send me, or like some shit like that. He's like, well, that doesn't dock my pay, does it? Like shit like that. So fucking I don't know. It just looked so interesting when I was watching it. I was like, whoa! I was like, this is like a show, and I could play it. And that's what I want from games. I think most of this other shit can be held off because we already are at like 3 hours.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Yeah, there's.
I'll reveal my next.
We didn't even talk about the Wu-Tang game.
Damn.
There's a Wu-Tang game coming out.
I'll reveal the movie franchise I got into on the next one.
You give him a hint?
Well, there's 5 movies, and I've only seen 4 of them so far. The first one came out in 1979. I think the second one came out in 1982 or 3. The third one came out in 1985. Fourth one came out 2015. And the newest one came out last year, 2024. Nope. Where'd you get those peepers? Damn, imagine Sabrina Carpenter did a remix of that. Nah, but fuck that. We're killing that franchise. We don't fuck with the director.
Yeah, nah. That guy's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to steal the IP somehow.
Uh.
There's no way I'm gonna pay that motherfucker for it.
Nah.
I'm stealing that shit. Oh man, there's so much I want to talk about, dog. The new Witcher 4 has like this new fucking thing, and it's using all this fucking new technology. Oh my god, bro. It's like, and I know when we talk about the technology, a lot of people's things are like directly to AI. And it's like, no, it's not that. It's not that. these are it's shit that people made, man. It's like it's cool shit. Obviously, they're with it being so cool and so accessible to people, it's gonna wait for the next cast, I guess. 'Cause it's just a lot. It's just a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it too much right now, but a lot of new games is gonna use it. So
Whoa.
this has been Galovi.
Ivanhoe. I don't know. I don't even think I could do an angel impersonation.
Why did we have to impersonate him? He just said it.
Like, let me see. Let me see if I can make it off of his infamous "In the ground." Angel G. Angel G signing off. You know. Sometimes you just gotta smoke a blunt, guys.
Maybe if we're a little bit more.
In the ground.
Fuck you, Angel. You didn't fucking podcast with us.
Aww. He's off tomorrow for Juneteenth.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think he got his plans, though.
Yeah. Apparently he always does. Thank you for joining us for the first podcast where you can be full.
And not fool yourself.
Goodbye.